as a group, man, where we stand on Diddy, man? He going to jail or
jail for sure?
Yeah, he's going to tell on Jay-Z. Yeah, because they had to use drugs, to get people to do certain stuff, whatever.
Okay.
Because they messed up a lot of people, and then they found stuff in the baby oil that made people to do certain things or act a certain way, pass out, and then they catch them in video film or however they do the shit.
In reference to what's in the baby oil?
Yes.
Okay. And he's saying it's documented in reference to what's in the baby oil.
Man, it's something in that baby oil.
Sometimes you gotta pull out and show niggas though.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes.
Pause. Y'all was starting to talk about some in reference to the small business, right?
And developing an apprenticeship program so that we can start teaching the men and women in the community how to get some of these trades.
Okay.
Jacktown. Y'all know I had to get the best. Hey, yo, free the realest. Let's go.
Enough said, niggas dead, turn the mics on.
Hey, yo, what up, though? It's your boy DJ Nuff Said. And a few minutes after 7, apologize about the delay, man. It's raining, it's cold. It's cold in the DR already a little bit. Man, y'all know what it is, man. It's the Rise and Grind Show. Darnell, Nikki, welcome aboard.
Hola, senor.
Man, cough, man. Clear your throat, man. What up, man? Come on, man. What up, man? Get with it.
Okay, man. You want to put on my bedroom words? I got you.
What up, though, man? Nikki.
Good morning, everyone.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you coming.
Happy to be here.
What's been going on, man? Weekend just passed. I see Trump might have almost got taken out again, another plot or something. Man, is this real? Is it fiction? What's going on here?
Man, you can't believe nothing Trump say nowadays, man. How many presidents get 3 times to be assassinated?
I know, right?
While the election is going on. And then I think the guy was 48, 49 years old, and then now they're looking for his accomplice. Man, come on, man. And they caught him before he went into the rally with it, man.
Where was this rally at?
This is in Coachella.
Oh yeah, right.
I think Coachella out there in Cali.
Right.
So,
right.
It's just sickening to watch, a president that lies a lot. He's notoriously known for lying, and he want to be president so bad, and people are turning on him. And but it's still like an election that's going to be up in the air to me, in my opinion, because you got a lot of sacrilegious men talking about they're not going to vote for Kamala Harris because she's a woman,
right.
And it's like women shouldn't be in that type of position, that much power.
Yeah, there's a lot of division in the election. You know what I mean? Like in reference to another, a woman running this time, a black woman running this time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
just period. A woman being in charge of in that kind of stage in life.
Yeah,
and we already trying to overcome a lot of obstacles as it is being a black man in America, and
right.
then they don't want to see a black woman in charge. Like, well, who do you want to see in charge? Because the next person I think is going to be in charge for president is going to be a Latino, in my opinion, because Latinos are coming up in the world like big time.
Yeah, in reference to after this election.
Yes, they are coming. They already migrating over here in America like something crazy.
Yeah,
and especially in our city alone. And it's
that's facts.
Yeah, and I mean look what happened in Rochester. What was that over the weekend? Where the gentleman got shot and killed in his house, and 2 guys posing as DTE workers.
Wait, I'm not here.
Oh yeah, it was
crazy.
It's 2 guys posing as DTE workers, and they came to the couple's house in Rochester Hills, Michigan. It was about, I think they said it was at nighttime, and then then they said they'd be back, telling them that they got a gas leak.
Yeah.
Then they came back the following morning about 8 a.m. and then got in the house and took the man in the basement, and then shot and killed him down there and tied the wife up while they robbed him.
Wow.
And and they caught one of the guys already, and he was Latino.
Yeah.
And then the other one is still on the run right now, and they say he's armed and dangerous. I mean, but big ups to the Oakland County Police and the FBI and everybody that put in the work, to look at the ring cameras and to catch the suspect, because that's got to be hard for that wife to to go through that, losing her husband over some fake DTE workers.
Right.
Because holidays coming around right now, and
man, there's all kind of scams going on, all type of shit like that, man. You gotta definitely be safe, man.
You gotta, from really, mostly women nowadays, women, because it's getting ready to be the holidays, right around Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Women are targets out there, because they know they're gonna be out there shopping and everything, as well as kids, and it's getting crazy out here. Where these folks out here acting like they ain't never had nothing, or they got to get something to get by or whatever, anything.
Yeah.
But for them to kill the husband and not kill the wife, it was just, that was a little odd. And then they never said that they went to anyone else's homes but theirs. So you just got to be careful. A guy came knocking at my door saying that he was with the presidential or the
election.
Yeah, and I was just like scared, and I'm looking outside the window like, I'm like, no, thank you, because it had just happened. So
Right.
you just definitely have to be aware of your surroundings. So.
Yeah, totally agree, man. Anything else? In the Yak. Oh, I know we had a shooting. Wasn't it over the weekend? I know a couple days just went past.
It was I believe it was like Thursday or Wednesday or something last week. But 2 young boys were killed in the Riverside.
Yeah.
And early in the morning over a dice game.
Yeah, I heard they were shooting dice like all night or something like that.
Yeah, and it was over $80.
Wow.
$80. They caught the suspect though. They caught him in Detroit.
Yeah, that was about to be my first question. Had y'all heard any updates in reference to it? Last I heard, they hadn't caught the suspect.
No, they caught the suspect. He was in. He Ubered. Once he did what he did there at the apartments, murdered the 2 guys. They checked the location, whatever.
Yeah.
Some people saw him, or whatever, and gave the info that they had, and then he had Ubered to Detroit, and then they caught him in Detroit, like I think the 8 Mile Greenfield area.
Uber to Detroit.
Uber to Detroit.
Wow.
You gotta be, man. There's some dumb criminals out here.
Yeah,
Not to say that the criminals need to be smart or that everything they're doing is wrong. I mean right or whatever. But it's just America's dumbest criminals. They need to bring that show back.
Yeah, that was a good show.
You got cats out here like they robbing people, and then next thing you know they going right down the street to go shopping like nothing happened.
I know, right? Hey, speaking of bringing shows back, is that real that they bring in a sequel to Different World? Like I be seeing different articles being shared in reference to that, but none of the sources look credible, so I hadn't spoke on it yet.
I haven't seen nothing on it because I'm curious about this Scarface 2.
They trying to do another Scarface?
They trying to do a Scarface 2, and I've seen like what they call a teaser trailer on YouTube and some other social media platforms, and I'm like, that don't look like it's gonna be good, because how you gonna follow it with the first Scarface? Tony Montana made the movie.
Didn't they have a Scarface too? Didn't they have like a part 2, like wasn't it like son of Tony or something like that?
Yeah,
I remember it was talks of it. I don't remember if it ever came out because I ain't never wasn't interested in making it. It was some year maybe like a couple decades ago, I think.
Well, they're it's been like real strong talk about it on social media, and it's crazy to me. Just like, but everybody trying to make a sequel now to a lot of stuff that they should just leave alone,
Yeah, I agree.
Like Beetlejuice too, I went to the movies to go see that with my daughter.
Yeah, I should have known you would see that.
I'm a movie buff, man. I like to watch movies.
You a big kid. That's what you still is.
That too. I can't lie. But it's just, some things need to be left alone. Like, everybody thought that Coming to America 2 should have been left alone, but I thought it was decent.
It was cool.
It was decent to me.
Yeah,
I liked
it wasn't trash.
It wasn't trash.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like, who are y'all to judge? And are y'all putting money up or anything? Are y'all making a movie? Whatever. So you only can try and just hope that it progress, or either it's gonna fail.
You went to the movies to go see Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
My daughter go to the movies a lot.
Yeah, if it's something that I really want to watch and want to sit down in the movie theater and enjoy it, but rather than that, Fire Stick, baby.
I know that's how I am. That's shit up on the stick with it.
Man, I like that Fire Stick to death. I know my Fire Stick hate me.
What about you, nigga? You get out, you
Go to the movies?
Yeah.
No, I don't go to the movies a lot. I don't even watch TV a lot, to be honest.
That's a busy lady right
What's
there.
what's the last movie you can remember going to check out at the movies?
Probably Color Purple. No,
Oh, yes. Right, exactly.
The first one or the last?
The first one. No. I'm gonna have to think about that. I went to the movies last year, my best friend and I, but I can't even remember what we went to go see. Yeah, I don't. My cousin, he was just telling me.
You say you don't watch nothing on shows and nothing.
I mean, every now and then I'll watch like movies with my daughter at home and stuff, but I'll be so busy when I get home. I'm like, and even when I watch movies with her, she's like, "No, Mom, you're just gonna fall asleep." I'm like, "No, I'm not this time," and be like,
Right. Crashed out.
Oh yeah, I don't watch a lot of. I used to watch the news all the time. I don't even watch that all the time.
She said that like that was a movie.
She said she
watched the news all the time.
It
like
be a movie sometimes, no.
Yeah, you're right.
But no, yeah, I don't watch a lot of TV.
As a group, man, where we stand on Diddy, man? He going to jail or what's going on?
Man, come on, man. He finna be singing Roxanne, bro. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They got all
Going
this.
to jail for sure.
Yeah, they got all that incriminating evidence.
You say he's singing.
Yeah.
So you think he gonna
He's gonna tell on Jay-Z. He's gonna tell.
So you think he getting out?
He ain't getting out, no matter if he tell or not. Even snitches, when they tell on people,
Right,
they still go to jail and do some time. They may not do as much time as the main op person, but ain't no buts. They gonna get some time. They just gonna get some reduced time. But in his case, considering that his track record is so long and linked to so many murders, especially within his own house, that he's going to do some time alone. He's going to be doing just as much time as whoever he snitched on. And it's going to be crazy because, I hate to say it, Jay-Z's a big factor in this.
Why do you feel Jay-Z's a big
Right.
Because Jay-Z
I
wanted
keep
to
hearing his name come up, and I'm not like hearing nothing specific, like as far as where I can see where he can be really tied into this.
Especially by that Jaguar lady.
Yeah,
I can't.
You know what?
Yeah, I get some of the shit that she has said has been proven to be true, but I can't believe half of what. I'm sorry, I'm not sold on her yet.
I'm sold on her like halfway because I know she does. She running her mouth, whatever, but she been saying stuff for years. And then ain't nobody never came after her and made accusations. She had threats, but ain't nobody try to sue her for like, hey, stop slandering my name.
Right.
But just like what's his name, Orlando Brown. He is another one that's been saying a lot of stuff, but ain't nobody came after him. Regardless how nutty they may be, if they certified, prescription crazy, all that stuff, but it just nobody never came for them too. So you got to think, they crazy for one, the stuff that they be saying, and they out of there. Then drugs gonna always play a part in the entertainment business.
So why do you think nobody has come for them?
For what they gonna get out? First of all, what they gonna get out of?
In reference to, all right, so it's allegedly a lot of people mysteriously disappear during these, during a lot of these type of situations, even in the Diddy situation. You know what I'm saying? Kim has allegedly put information in the book that was put out in the journal that she kept saying that people around her was coming up missing. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case with them, why have they gone this long and been able to talk?
Because look at people. First of all, people are not going to believe them because they think they're so nutty. And why come out now after all these years? If this went on with you while you were with them, why you want to say something now? But they were saying something before all this stuff even came about with Diddy and Jay-Z and whoever else is along with this little sexual ring, whatever that they had going on, drug ring. So it's just
drug ring.
Yeah, because they had to use drugs, to get people to do certain stuff, whatever.
Okay.
Because they messed up a lot of people, and then they found stuff in the baby oil that made people do certain things or act a certain way, pass out, and then they catch them in video film or however they do the shit.
Where was that information?
It was on social media, on all social medias, including Google.
In reference to what's in the baby oil?
Yes.
Okay.
And TMZ reported some stuff. Everybody reporting that stuff, whatever that's going on, because they ain't gonna TMZ. That's one thing I rely on TMZ, because they don't put out no mishap stuff. TMZ gonna put out some facts. Well, I mean, we got everybody else, hip hop, this and that on social media, and what was the other stuff? World Star, everybody put out something.
Yeah.
And but you don't know if it's true or not. But when TMZ come up, it's all facts.
So that's your official stamp with TMZ.
Man, when TMZ say something, it's official.
Like, of course, they always the first one of the first to go to when celebrities pass and stuff like that.
But yeah.
Right, that's how we know that it's real.
Yeah.
So you saying that TMZ has never, to your knowledge and from what you've seen, not put out a story that has not been true?
I think it was one time when Harvey said something about somebody, and he apologized on live TV one time, and I can't remember what the subject was, but he did. I remember him apologizing for something that he had said.
So it is. You saying it's documented in reference to what's in the baby oil?
Man, it's something in that baby oil.
I'm just wondering if it's documented or not.
You better get the Googling.
Jaguar White Rumor Patrol or whatever.
I'm trying to tell you, Doc. You can do something to anybody nowadays. You put something in my water right now, and I'm here and lay it out while y'all doing the interview.
Nah, facts. Because what's that? Gene being, that, and I'm not saying I believe everything what he's saying either, but a lot of things that he has said has been proven to be true. Gene, Diddy's former bodyguard that be on podcast.
He has a lot of
dialogue. He spoke on
he spoke on a lot of stuff.
Drugs being in the. He said they was putting it in the not in the liquor, because yes, they would put it in the juice or the juices that was mixed,
anything
or the mixes or something like that.
So, but he had so much money. Did he had to really drug these people? Like, it's just something about that I just don't really believe.
Well,
in reference to,
so he was drugging them doing what?
As far as like with the Cassie situation, that's like the power. You know what I'm saying? That's they say the rumor is, I'll say the rumor, because I want to say and some of the things that I'm saying or whatever ain't unnecessary factual, but the rumor is a lot of singers and entertainers, especially young women getting into the industry, this is how they start them off, and this is how they control them, manipulate them. You know what I'm saying? Like basically almost used as like being passed around like sex slaves almost. You know what I'm saying? Like not necessarily talent, you know what I mean? It's just that's what they're there for almost, you know what I mean? And Cassie basically saying like, hey, I wasn't in my right mind to be coherent enough to be participating in all of what was going on or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's where the control comes into play, you know what I mean? So yeah,
it's wild. It's just here, people. It's a manipulation game to me.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
basically,
definitely.
these people didn't know that they were being drugged.
Right. They were not. They was at.
So
his
every
parties.
time you go around Diddy, you wake up, you like, what happened?
No, not everybody. You party. A lot of people want to party and do in reference to.
No, I'm talking about just specific people. Like every time they go around Diddy, you wasn't noticing that it'd be different the next morning, or like I don't know. I don't get it. Like they were being drugged, they were being controlled. Like every time.
Well, they had these certain people who they choose, whatever, for what they say, allegedly. What was that, like Justin Bieber? He'd been around Diddy for a while. He was a little kid, Usher, when he was a kid. And look at Foxy Brown. He had a lot of people when they were young, because you can't manipulate an adult.
Right. So they were young when this happened to them.
So.
Sorry.
Yeah,
a lot of the women, that were involved in the situation. For instance, it's a woman. They say that she was from here in the Diddy situation that they supposedly picked up from a club in Detroit. They say allegedly she was from Pontiac, way back in like 90, like 97, 98 or something like that.
Dang.
And cause what's that one guy that be with Diddy in reference to Bad Boy, or used to? Hooker. I think his last name Hooker, Harvey Hooker or something like that. Mm-hmm. He not too long after Diddy got arrested, Harvey Hooker had got arrested for a situation in reference to rape, and come to find out this is the situation that allegedly is in reference to, and it started off with them at a night. Well, Diddy wasn't there. It started off with him, Harvey Hooker, and maybe some other people at the nightclub, and they came across this woman. And I think they said she was 16 at the time, 16 or 17. I want to say 16, and snuck in the club or whatever, and was like, "Yeah, y'all want to meet Diddy or whatever?" And
no, she didn't go ahead.
Oh, okay, and you want to meet Diddy or whatever, and flew her out to New York.
Yeah, you know, those the kind of stuff they was on. It's crazy. This music world is crazy.
Yeah,
getting people to. Like, you know, that's just like they got flunkies to get people for them, so to keep their hands clean. But it didn't work because not everybody is coming out saying stuff. And look how everybody talking about.
Yeah, just the Sean situation, the driver with the was it like almost 50 grand or something like that in cash and the pinky ring to take the rap for the gun for the Sean situation. I remember that.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah,
you know him, and then. See, J-Lo, she got the hell out of Dodge.
She got out of Dodge as soon as that shit happened.
She used him so good. She used some of everybody. I'm sorry. J-Lo is I'm not a fan of her. Only time I was a fan of her.
You Diddy was a pawn for her?
Man, boy. Only time I was a fan of J-Lo when she was on Anaconda's movie. I said, who is this girl? Oh, no, when she was on Selena. You know, she got a body.
Yeah, Selena.
I was lusting. As they say in church, I was lusting. But
she did her thing, Selena.
Yeah. You know, I can't never knock her on that movie. Or, you know, but she was a lip singer. She wasn't no real singer or nothing. She performed, you know. But singing? Hell no. Just like Beyonce can't sing to me.
Yeah, now to think about it, I never heard her sing without music.
Oh boy, they got some clips on social media. She was live in concert and hit every kind of wrong note you can possibly think of.
Make sure y'all tap in, share the links, however y'all tapped in. Appreciate all the support every morning on Mondays, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Catch me, Nikki, Darnell. It's the Rise and Grind Show. Hey Nikki, what's going on with Venus Muse?
We still musing. No.
I know we just talked not too long ago on the ride out. No, we was on this show. Yeah, it was in the morning when we talked, when you came up here. Yeah.
7 o'clock. Yeah. So I'm just gonna say. So we did just move into a new space.
Hold up. Hold on.
Golf clap.
Hold up. I gotta stop the music for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Let this woman preach. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we did just move into a new space. We're in a huge space. I'm very, very excited. I've been wanting something like this for a long time. For years, actually. And again, like I said, God give you things when you are ready. So, we just moved over the weekend, actually yesterday. And so it's a lot of new things coming, and you guys will be the first to hear it on the morning show. But yeah, just stay tuned. And we're getting everything together.
There we go.
Shout out to my hubby. He's one of the greatest men in the world.
I was going to ask you about that. Like,
he is the greatest man in the world, to be honest.
Man,
yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you. How do you balance that, the newlywed life, and then, you know, the kids and your business? Because you are a busy lady. And, you know, especially when you're fresh newlyweds and everything, you know, and kudos to your husband, man, you know, for sticking by, because most men can't handle a virtuous woman as yourself.
Right.
because you are a virtuous woman. When I only call real women virtuous because they can overcome anything and they get the job done and still be supportive of their man and stuff like that. So kudos to you and your husband. I said it on your page when you announced that you was married.
Yeah.
I'm like, what was bro? I was like, oh snap! I was like, she got married. I said,
know.
somebody got a winner. Somebody got a winner.
Shout out to Khalid. But my husband is so he's so supportive.
People feeling
like,
hurt.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yes, no. People would come to me. They was like, "Why you get married?" I was like, "What?"
Like none of your damn
I mean,
business.
me,
It was so crazy.
us communicating and talking and networking and becoming friends and everything. I was even like, wait, what? Okay.
Man.
Because I didn't announce it, and I just feel like great things you don't have to announce them. Like I'm not one of those type of people that have to say, "Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing that." Oh, I'm like, no, you just see.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
that's the best way that's the best policy to do because you don't never tell the left hand what the right hand is.
Never, ever. And I'm serious about this.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, I'm doing, it's not none of that. So
right.
How long have y'all been dating before?
Literally, maybe like months. My husband, when he first met me, he was like, "You're gonna be my wife." Wow. I do websites, and I was like, "Sir, what do you want on this website? Let's talk about this website." And then next thing you know, like I met him in August, and in December I was his wife. So.
Oh, so
wow.
we talking about like, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
That's the subject I love to talk about.
All right, so let's get into it real quick. Let's break this down. So how did you know he was the one that soon? I know I'm not saying you can put it because I don't think you can put a timeline on it. You do what works for you. But how did you know?
Because have you ever felt like the perfect woman, right? And when I met him, it was like me having a conversation with the perfect man, and I was just like, dang, it was so many things that I think of and that I want as far as an entrepreneur and just in general, and he wanted the same things, and I never ever met another man who said I'm gonna be a billionaire. I never met a man who said stuff like that, or just, and he was so smart, he was so just smart, and I don't know, it was different, it was just really, really different for me than me dating. Then it was somebody who knew what they wanted. You don't find that a lot of times. He knew me. I mean, he researched me, and just within that little time, and just us having a few conversations, and I don't know.
Man, so
that's exactly what it was.
That's a beautiful thing right there. See, I give big kudos to not only the woman, but really, because I tell people, we had this conversation in the barbershop all the time about men choose the wedding day, but women choose to have the baby.
Yeah.
And some people don't believe in that, but I'm like, and you're right. It don't take a certain time frame to know when somebody is the one.
Yeah, to an extent, I definitely agree with that.
Because what are you waiting for? Because I feel like when people wait, it's just they have some doubt in some things. And don't get me wrong, you do have to get to know a person, but sometimes it just be your person. And Cleve was my person and I was his person, and that's just what it was. I was just dating somebody before that, and it was just totally different. Conversation was different, just everything was different, and God, that's your person, and I believe in that.
That is beautiful, man. Yeah. I really give kudos to both of y'all, especially him, because being black men nowadays, because the ratio to black men for women is 10-12 to one dude. Yeah. And for him to have a sole focus and a sore eye just for her and her only, and he knew that's what he wanted. That's real man shit right there. Yeah. And then not only that, for her, to even take that chance with the guy within a such short period of time, and to have the faith that she does. That's what I be talking about when people really truly love each other. Because everybody always asks me, "Have you ever been married?" Darn, I'm like, no, because when I do it, I only want to do it one time.
I seen you talking about marriage, and something. It might have been last night or a couple of days or something in one of your stats, and I started thinking, I was like, damn, Darnell, got two daughters. I know you've been in a lot of different relationships in your life, and some long term, some short, or whatever.
Right.
A lot of history with dating and stuff, man.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, Darnell ain't never been
I've never been married. Never been married. And much as I wanted to be, I knew when I was young that I wanted to be married. And you know, back in the day, you know, guys that I hung out with, they was, you know, the players and all that stuff. Not saying I ain't had my player days neither.
You definitely did.
But you know, it was. But I you know, I got tired of it quick. And some guys to this day still play that dumbass game.
Yeah.
But it just, for me, I want to have that soulmate. I want that one person that I can turn over in the middle of the night, look at her, then grab her, like, you know, come here, you know, you ain't going nowhere. You can take the cover, but shit, you can't have the whole bed.
Exactly.
So, and just, you know, somebody I can just look forward to every day, seeing, like, looking in her eyes, making her feel good and everything. You know, just that beautiful thing called a union. Because some people don't look at marriage as a union. They look at it as business partners nowadays.
Right.
And it's sad that the divorce rate is so high nowadays, because, you know, and everybody keep on saying, well, I want that old school fashion love, you know, when a man pay all the bills and I this. Like, well, shit, men want that old school fashion too. We want real fucking hair. We want this and that. But that's another subject.
Women that can cook.
Women that can cook, you know. Women
that support you.
Are nurturing.
Because the thing is, I feel like everyone is like, I feel like it's like all about what the woman wants. But no, this is a team effort. Like, you want those things too, but you also want a woman you can trust for everything, with your secrets. You know, someone that can love you, support you. Like, do we really ask ourselves as women, what does the man need? You know, like, what does he need? Like, that's not fair to say, I just need this and I just need that.
Hands on that damn
what does the man need? And that's why a lot of women are single, because they're only thinking about themselves. You know, because if you find the right man, he's going to give you everything you need.
Yes.
But you have to give him certain things, and it's not sex. Like, everyone think, like, men, they can get that from anywhere, and that's why they get it from anywhere, because it's deeper than sex. You know, like
it's
way deeper than that, and it's
I mean,
not,
you know, as you grow, you know, because it depends on your. A lot of people's situations and people that they dealing with, it depends on the maturity level. You know what I mean? As you start growing and you start learning more about yourself, you start realizing what's important and not important. You know, like, in things that you know, to you as a man, you know, in your 20s that you thought was important. You know, like, really, it's like least of the totem pole. You know, by the time you get to your 40s and you really trying to find that one person that's gonna be there for you long term, ride or die, health, sickness, broke, and all that shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, because, you know, we, like, you know, like the single parenting homes and stuff like that. You know, like, I didn't plan on not being with my kids' mother. I planned on being with them and having a family.
Right.
And both of my kids were planned. I didn't have them on accident. I planned them, so, because I planned on being with their mothers, but unfortunately, unfortunately with circumstances,
didn't plan out.
Peace is better than, you know, being insane. That's why lately I've been, well, not even gonna say lately, the stats I've been putting out on my page, you know, regarding relationships, marriages, and stuff like that. People thinking I'm being a narcissist, but I'm not. And then people think I'm sending, like, shots out, whatever, or shots fired, whatever. I'm like, no, this is just something that I think is interesting. I'm willing to get people's opinion on it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and it'll tell you the maturity level, the way people comment.
Yeah.
And because I cannot stand, and I think we was talking about this before we got the show started, when we was gathering our thoughts about doing this. People come out the woodworks to see you when you make certain stats on social media. But when you put up something good and something useful, it's crickets.
Yeah.
But put up something that's badgering a man or a woman, whatever, you're going to get
They're
folks.
so into
they
it.
Never
like,
came out of nowhere.
They are so into negativity, and it's like, it sucks that it has to be that way, because it's just so much more to the world. And people, that they don't realize that's why they're so lost and so far behind.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad because they don't have no one around them to tell them, like, yeah, you shouldn't be like that. You know, everybody wants someone to be a yes person to them, and that's why I don't deal with a lot of people, because, you know,
it's the best way nowadays, because it's hard to trust people. They'll use anything against you, and, you know, then will try to blame you for what they're saying about you when it's really them.
And real quick, shout out to Max Maine. So where was we at? What was we talking about?
Just talking about relationships and stuff. I think that a lot of people are still struggling too with who they are. A lot of people don't know who they are. Yeah. They want to be everybody but themselves, and it's like, you are a dope person. God made you to be you, and learn how to be that. Like, I love being me. I don't care who don't like it. My husband know who he is, and that's how we're able to come together.
I'm so glad
and be like this team. I'm talking about, like, we're unstoppable.
I'm so glad.
Hold on. She said they unstoppable. You got
unstoppable. But it took me a long time to figure out who I was.
That's what I was just about to ask you.
It did.
I was about to say, is that something that you struggle with, or have you always knew
with
that?
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Struggle with what?
Knowing who I was.
Having identity problems.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So one of the reasons why I think I struggled with it was because my parents didn't raise me. My grandmother raised me, and at the time I really didn't understand what God was doing, but I totally understand now. But yeah, my grandmother raised me, and I always thought that I was different, or that my parents didn't love me, so you struggle with that, and then you really don't know who you are. You want to be all these right. It was like, yeah, that was wild.
I gotta buy one of them Dame Dash pause meters he's selling. He really selling the pause meters.
Dame Dash gonna make him some money. I love that.
Damn, bro.
But so as I grew older, I got myself into a lot of things, been around the wrong people, because you still trying to find yourself. And I remember in 2015, I'm like, wait, this not me. Like, I came from this beautiful, strong black woman.
Sure did.
I was into church, I was very spiritual. Then when I started loving myself, so before you can know who you are, you have to start loving yourself and being grateful for how you look and how God made you and just everything. And then you figure out who you are along the way. So yeah, I struggle with it, but now can't nobody tell me nothing. I know exactly who I am. I know where I'm going. I know what I want out of life. I know the type of people that I'm going to have around me and the type of people who can come around me.
Wow.
And on top of that is I give everyone a chance, but I get rid of people real fast. If you're not on my time, if I see any flaws, and the same thing, if you see a flaw in me, get rid of me. Don't have me around. I don't discriminate against none of that, but at the end of the day,
you see a flaw around you, one flaw, you say get rid of you.
Right, I'm just saying, because at the end, not flaw, but being that if I'm not your person, if you see a red flag, not a flaw, but if you see like something about me that you feel like
I can, right. And no disrespect, I cannot stand that red flag shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because like I tell people, I said this in church when I had to say something. No, because like when I analyze stuff too much. I think too much deeper into what it is. When people say red flags, I think about traffic lights. Mm-hmm. So when you got the green light, you do what? You go. What comes before the red light?
You said what?
What comes before the red? What comes
before the yellow light?
Yes. So when you got a yellow light cautioning you about somebody, why are you gonna wait till it turn red?
That's true. But sometimes, okay, so that's true. But let me tell you, sometimes, like, especially like as me, like I'm an overthinker. So I want to make sure that I'm not overthinking the situation. So I can be in a situation and I can see some things and I'm like, okay, well, maybe you're overthinking it. But when you continuously see it, you're like, yeah, no, I'm not overthinking this person. This is who they are, and then you accept whether you're going to deal with it or not. Like, because some things I'm just not, I don't play up on myself. So it's just some things I'm not dealing with and I'm just not at all. Because I'm a real sweet person. I'm a fair person. I treat people how I want to be treated. That's one of the things that I grew up on. My grandmother was very, very big. She was. I treat people exactly how I want to be treated, and I'd be darned if someone gonna treat me the way they want to treat me. It don't work like that.
What's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh Lord!
Scorpio's birthday.
My birthday November 7th.
Oh.
Okay.
So I think it's from like October 22nd to December.
No, it's until like
November 22nd or 21st.
22nd or 23rd, I think it is.
Okay.
I know. Good Lord, have mercy.
What you got against us Scorpios? No, I
don't. You know what? I don't have nothing against Scorpios.
I don't know much about y'all. I never, off the top of my head,
I know.
really dealt with Scorpios.
All Scorpios are not the same though.
I know, and that's so true.
Yeah.
And you said your birthday is when?
November 7th.
Okay, so she's the beginning Scorpio. Mm-hmm. So I ain't know.
My son's birthday at the end of November, but he's a
Sagittarius.
Yeah.
So I ain't no zodiacologist.
So yes.
You know, the PhD type of person, but just my experience with Scorpios and reading about it a lot, reading stuff, whatever. Period. Scorpios are very hard-working people. They are very loving people, and they are very giving. They would do whatever it takes to make sure that their loved ones and close friends are okay. And it's so many pros and cons with this. And they overall, if I had my pick of the pros and cons, I'll pick, the good about them. All good. The only thing that is just bad about them, don't be offensive, don't shoot me neither.
I'm ready to hear it.
They are very secretive. They don't take no shit. They jump the gun, and when they cut your ass off, they cut it so quick. Like, she's sitting here now. If I say, man, Nikki and her other, right there and there. That's how fast it is.
Do the same.
And Virgos too. Certain signs, they real quick. But the reason why I know, because my daughter mother's a Scorpio. And she's a beginning Scorpio. Her birthday is on the 9th.
Okay.
And I'm like,
your oldest or your youngest?
Hey, Scorpio sister.
My oldest one, Tammy.
Okay. I didn't want to say names, but
everybody knows.
I wasn't going.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn because they not my woman. They just my child's mother.
Yeah, you good.
You know what I mean? Sure. They post their birthdays. There's other people that's friends on my friends list that know who they are. I ain't got nothing bad to say about them. But there's no but, because when you make a but, there's an excuse behind it. Yet, she was a great woman when we were together, and she was secretive at times and everything. Some things came out that she should have told me, in my opinion, because I told her everything about me, and but I understand her reasons, because of the way things that happened in her life. So that's why when you love somebody, you gotta learn to accept their certain flaws. So, so shout out to Scorpios. I got nothing bad to say about y'all. Y'all are some great individuals. I'm sitting right next to one when she told me back in 2014, I'm going to open me a business. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take care of my girls. I'm going to do this, man. And I'm looking at her right now and she done blossomed, just so big time. I'm really, y'all know, I'm happy for this girl. Well, this woman, I ain't gonna say girl. This is a full-fledged grown woman.
It's definitely some people in reference to the city, the community, and the area in general that have been putting the work in over. Hey, Dawn, yeah, I seen you too. That's been putting the work in, and people that I've looked up to, people that have inspired me.
She definitely inspired my ass. This started with me going live with a laptop and mixer in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Office,
starting to see people really evolve and make shit happen.
Yeah.
I'm definitely proud of you.
Definitely told me, hey, let me get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? And especially being a woman, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of guys that was really out here doing it, but there was a few women out here doing it too, and you definitely are one of them, one of the first. That I can say
the very first. Yeah, I will say that.
Like I told you before, I ain't never seen mobile bartending.
I've never seen mobile bartending until she came along, and then when she was teaching it to other people, and I was like, damn, she is doing great things. She gonna fucking blossom. When I seen her hit that corporate world, I was like, damn, she in there. Ain't no stopping her. And then when other people came along after her, I got two relatives that did it, and they wouldn't. I would have never thought they was doing it. One, my auntie, rest in peace, Adrian. We just buried her, and she was good at it. She started out with the gummies, but then she got in touch with Nick, and did her thing with Tipsy Treats. And then my cousin, But yeah, man, you know, she inspired a lot of women to do that because it may look easy just pouring drinks, but it's more into just pouring a damn drink. You got to make sure that customer is like church.
Hey,
You got to make sure they drinking, they feel full when they drink that drink and paying that good money. So, you know, because nowadays when people spend their money, they want a good ass stiff drink. And this
they want a dope experience.
That's the first thing they do when they, especially going to wherever you're going to get a drink from after getting off work, a long day, or getting into it with whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get that taste. Oh, this ain't it.
Oh, hell no.
I can remember. I can vouch for that. Hey, Nikki, when I used to be right across the street, Charlene's.
Yeah.
If I came to the shop a little early, went across the street, sat down, got me a drink, maybe a couple of them to go cup, go across the street. Hey, because I knew she was gonna get me there. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't even really drink, but you know, if I needed something to get my second part of my day started, because back then, you know, I was getting off the day job, you know what I'm saying, and then coming to do it, you know. So yeah, definitely vouch for you. But one of the things we had touched on earlier in the show that I wanted to go back and piggyback on, because we really we spoke on it, we really didn't get into it, was balance in reference to everything that you got going on. You know, you bartend, you teach bartending, you're a mother, you're a wife, you're what am I missing? Everything. You know what I'm saying? How do you find, and I know, you know, it's impossible. We already talked about not being able to, you know, watch TV shows or keep up on movies and things of that sort because you're so busy. But yeah, how do you find the time to balance all of that and still keep you know, the success and striving for better and exceeding in everything that you're doing, you know? Yeah, how do you make it work? What's your secret?
The secret is, for me, I would say, is I'm always figuring out new ways of finding balance, you know, because sometimes when you think you have it, you're like, okay, this coming up, this just like I thought I had it, and then I'll have a new spot, so then I have to, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But I pray a lot. I trust in God just to help me with that, because I'm only human, you know. But I do find time for myself, and I guess I prioritize what's important in my life, you know. So like, that's why I say I don't watch TV a lot, because, you know, and what am I really missing?
That's more most of the successful people in the world, they don't look at TV.
I don't really watch
if they have like ample spare time, like such as vacation or maybe going on a out of state conference and they got a little free time, that's their little catching up time on TV. But to actually,
I don't watch TV.
But to actually sit down like my dumb ass and just sit there and watch TV, I mean, shit, I got time to do it. Or either I just want to take a break from something.
Because, like, say for instance, like for me, like I found a little bit of time so I could either watch TV or work on working out. You know, like I prioritize like what's most important to me in my life. So if I had to find, like, say I'm gonna watch TV or I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna meditate because that's, you know, that's important to me. That's, you know, what's gonna help me mentally get to the next level, you know. So but that's how I do it, and sometimes I just find myself doing it. I don't really have a secret to it, you know, but I do, you know, I pray about a lot of things, you know, because sometimes I do, it's very busy for me. I'm like, whoa, you know, but I mean, that's pretty much it. But I find time for the people, like my children, my husband, my business. That's number one. And I don't have a lot of friends. Like, and my friends I do have, like, they understand me. They understand. And that's one thing about, I think, with me being cool with people, is that people don't understand, like, I am an entrepreneur, like a serial one too. And I don't have a lot of times when I'm going through things. It doesn't mean that I don't like you, I'm mad at you. No, like, people don't understand. Serial entrepreneurs, like, yes, and I'm trying to figure it out, because this business, I don't do this for play. This is my life. This is what take care of my bills. You know, this is what take care of my kids. like my parents, they leave this world, you know, they don't have anything for me. When I leave this world, I want to have things for my kids, their kids, their kids. You know, this is how serious it is, and I feel like, you know, that's why they say it's lonely at the top, because, you know, like, and that's a real statement, because people don't realize that when you're into, I don't have time to do the little, I can't make it to every function, I can't do everything, I'll send money, but I can't, because at the end of the day, like, you know, time is ticking, you know, and this is the life that I said I wanted, and this is the life that every day I wake up, I'm going after. So, you know, I don't have a lot of friends. I know a lot of people. I do have friends, but they understand me, and those are the people who stick around, because a lot of people, they just don't really understand me. So people will make up things in their head like, oh, no, it's not them. I'm trying to figure life out.
Yeah,
that's the thing, man. I hate people that people always assuming and
yes,
they posting on social media and like what's going on with her, all that. I mean, people do have lives outside of social media. You know, I mean, some people post all day, every day, and they. I mean, everybody is different. Let's just say that everybody is different. People put time into what they really want.
Yeah.
Just bottom line, you work out. Your mother, your entrepreneur, your wife.
Yes.
You got a lot of stuff in your bowl that you trying to stir up and make sure that shit come out right. So, same thing with you said. You're a father.
Yes.
You work. You got this going on. You got DJing on the side. You got to make sure that you there for your son. Your son is still young. Exactly. He's still a little toddler. So, you know, you got to make sure that stuff is right. My grown ass, my kids is grown. My last one, she's on her way out of high school this year. And my oldest one, she's grown. And, you know, it's just, people they live their lives different. And even with my schedule, with music, church, living life and everything, when I seen that I had free time, you know what I did to assure my free time was well worth it? I go to Bible study.
See?
Something I ain't did in years. I said, you know what? I said, I'm sitting here on Tuesday night. I will be sitting here probably watching TV or either, you know, listening to some music or practicing or whatever. I said, you know what? If I'm not doing nothing on Bible study night, I'm going.
Right.
I don't give a damn. You know, it's something that I can learn more to get closer to God, because that's my ultimate goal anyway, every day.
Right.
Because, you know, it's something that I need to know that I feel like I'm missing. Because, you know, for some people that deal with depression like I do, I know I deal with it differently now. Before, I took it out in anger.
Yeah.
But now I deal with it differently, like just sitting up there just, you know, wondering like, what's my purpose? And like she said earlier, you know, finding yourself. I knew I wanted to be married, but what does it take to actually, for me to be ready to be married?
Absolutely.
And, you know, I can say I want to be married all I want to, but I have to also be a praying husband. I have to be best friend to my partner. I have to be a lot of things that I wasn't accustomed to. Because talk is cheap.
But you are right, and people have to understand as we get older, like life, things change. Like I'm constantly changing.
Yeah.
I'm constantly evolving. You know, and it's just myself, my mental health, my children, my husband, my business. It's just important.
Yes.
It's more important than certain things. And if people can't understand that means like you don't want to understand me. And
you
if
don't
you
want
don't
to
want
see me succeed.
You don't. And if you don't understand me, then you just don't want. It's okay.
You want me to still be right here stagnant to your level, and I don't have time to be. Yeah, exactly. Some people, they don't want to see you come up before they do. They want to see you just stagnant right there, keep you right there.
Exactly.
And that's one of the people that you get rid of.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go to the top and have somebody holding you and trying to climb with you and they ain't doing nothing for you. It's all about what you put into it.
Yeah.
And for me, like even with me doing my music thing with my band, and I tell my band members like, I need help. I can't just do this by myself. I got the name, the logo, all that stuff, whatever, but it takes a team effort. You know what I'm saying? I give a lot of kudos to people that are married now, and especially in this day and age, and with the economy.
Yeah.
And all of my guy friends that are married now, even if we don't talk every day or whatever, because, you know, I know there's a lot of my friends that, you know, they are married now, and I don't want to try to get them hanging out in the streets, go do the stuff we used to do, whatever.
Right.
And I don't mean like nothing bad, like we can go out and get some chicks or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just that we, when you see your friend go to that altar and say I do,
Yeah.
like that's another level in his life that I have to step back from because I'm a single man and he has to tend to now his wife. He has to tend to his family. He has to do a lot of things, you know.
It's a
I
respect
love him.
thing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm narrowing down to. It's a respect thing. Because, you know, I'm like, we can't go out to the bar like we used to no more.
Right.
We can meet up certain times, maybe for a football game, basketball game, or something like that. But the stuff we used to do, hanging out in the bars all the time, whatever, like man, do something with your wife, man.
Right.
I had a homeboy, I had to tell him, like,
We can't go hit Maxie's no more, man.
Hell no.
Hey, we're gonna take a quick break, get Max queued up. Hold on, let me let this play and we'll be back with Max Maine. It's your boy DJ Nuff Said. I'm here with Nikki, with D-Neil. And we got Pontiac's on, one of the guys that's out here making a lot of things happen, has made a lot of things happen. We got the one and only Max. I didn't get to the NE yet. Go ahead and piggyback off of what I just said, bro.
This guy here, man, when I say came up, he came up. I remember when his dad was speaking up on him before he came home from incarceration. You know, we can both relate to that. And he said he's gonna do something, and he did it step by step. And he's a pillar to the community. He's also an entrepreneur like Miss Brown here, and he's doing big things. He's also a mentor. He's also a guy that can show people resources on how to get things done, not only with your home but with your lifestyle, because he's a trainer. He does a lot of great things, and I'm hoping that I can be in his gym again so I get my fat ass and lose some weight. And also I like to refer to him as Max $1 Million Maine, because he gonna be in that category one of these days, just like Miss Nikki $1 Million Brown. And my big
Quiet as kept. He probably already there, man.
and you know what? But you know what? They got a saying: billionaires don't make no noise. Millionaires.
I know, that's what I said.
They say billionaires don't make no noise. Millionaires are loud, and wealthy people are flashy, and poor people just don't have it.
Okay.
So, you know, a lot of people don't think I'm this smart when I be seeing stuff like this. They just think I'm laughing and jokes and shit, but nah. But, you know, everybody, you know, let's give
Sometimes you gotta pull out and show niggas, though.
Yeah, you do. Hey, and I know what you mean. But nah, man, you know, I'm proud to be sitting here with three great entrepreneurs I'm sitting in front of, because I can't discount my brother Said, and he doing great things as well with the music shop. He kept it going for many years to give us a platform.
These two are the people that inspire me, though.
Yeah, but they
have inspired me, man.
But now look at them, they on your show, and you know, give them the platform, man. You give them the platform to a lot of people. And, you know, I'm proud of all three of y'all, man. So I just want to say that. And Max Maine, yeah, I need to get in the gym. We gotta have a talk after the show.
Max, man, what's going on with you? How you feeling today?
You know, I feel good. I'm an early bird, so, you know, I wake up optimistic and full of energy, you know, and ready to, you know, conquer my battles and my goals. So, you know, I feel good. And, big shout out to you, bro, for everything that you're doing on the platform that you've been building and have built for entrepreneurs and artists, you know. So, shout out to you, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Currently, are you? All right, let's talk about Vogue, because I know that's one of the things you currently got
For sure.
rocking. You know, your affiliation with the spot. Are you an owner or?
Yeah, I'm the sole owner of Vogue.
You the sole owner.
This is my first time really making it public. Like, yeah.
You heard it first, man. Let's go. Look, where we at with it? All right, Vogue Night Club. Let's talk, man.
Yeah, so you know, I wasn't looking to be a club owner. You know, it kind of fell on my lap a little bit. So the owner of the building, man, shout out to Lauren. He's from Chicago.
Okay.
He actually allowed me to use the space a year ago as a birthday gift. So he kind of tricked me into it. He was like, "Hey Max, it's your birthday, man. Why don't you throw yourself a birthday party?"
Okay.
So I'm like, cool, you know, that might be good, man. The Vogue been closed down for, you know, about 5 years.
Right.
And, you know, maybe we can open it up. So originally, we had a party. Shout out to DJ Cuddy. She helped me organize it. Big shout out to DJ Cuddy.
Big shout out to Cuddy. Big shout out.
The Leo Badge was a success. at the time we didn't have the liquor license, so I actually we hired Nikki. She did an amazing job as well. We probably had about 300-400 people who came out, so that's how it started.
Okay.
So once people saw that it was open, a few promoters from Detroit had reached out to me, was like, hey man, how much do it cost to rent out the venue? So at the time, you know, I'm still running the gym, which I don't own anymore. Shout out to Russell Harris from Love and Marriage Detroit.
Yeah.
He owns the gym now and he's doing an amazing job. So I went back to Lauren. I was like, hey, you know, there's other people who trying to rent the club out or whatever, you know, what do you want me to tell them? And he was like, hey, Max, man, you know, I'm busy in Chicago, you know, doing other stuff, man. Can you go ahead and handle it and, you know, charge them what you want to charge them and we'll work it out later. So after 2 or 3, you know, shows or renting it out, it started to draw me in a little bit.
Right.
You know, I'm like, man, you know, the potential was here. I can make a lot of money. And also, I remember sitting on a Main Street Pontiac board, I remember knowing and saying, like, it's nothing for us downtown. And, you know, a lot of people can relate to that. It just seems like it was just nothing there for us. So I was like, you know what? This is an opportunity to allow other promoters and other people to rent out the space to create what we need for us. Mm-hmm. So 90% of anything that's going on out there is not me. It's other promoters such as Tucker Promotion, Cuddy, and a lot of other people who actually been in the space of entertainment a lot longer than me. Okay. That's actually renting out the space and they're, you know, doing a lot of the shows. But anyways, after a few months, I finally, you know, I prayed over it. I did so much research. I went to networking events as far as how to be a club owner. And I just signed the paperwork, man. And actually, I was able to get my liquor license. Yeah. You know, so that was one thing. I didn't think that I was going to be able to get it. Because like you said, I'm a fella.
That's huge, man.
That's huge. Yeah. So a lot of times, you know, and again, it'd be fears that be preventing us from becoming successful entrepreneurs and millionaires.
That's like the major
fears.
You know, for real.
Yes. So it don't matter how much success I have acquired throughout the years. It's still that fear of not being good enough, or that fear not, you know, being a failure that I think, at least myself, I still face. So once I started knocking down the hurdles in the road, you know, in the roadblocks, it was like, wow, I never imagined or fathomed that I would be a club owner. So again, this is my first time.
Was it ever a thought in your life? Like, where?
You know what? It's funny because, you know, I used to do music. You know, I had dropped a mixtape.
I remember that.
And the last place I performed was the Vogue, which I think was the Vision the last time or something like that.
Yeah,
wow.
That was the last place I performed. And, you know, I remember packing the club out as well, you know. And
Vogue was the old Tiki Bob.
Yeah, it was Tiki Bob.
Tiki Bob.
I forgot. Whatever it was in 2006. That was the last time. So
Happy hour days.
Yeah.
College night days.
Yeah. So I'm still learning and I'm still trying to figure out what type of identity I want to give it. That's why I haven't put any pictures up or anything like that. I'm still learning. You know, so yeah.
Man, that's what's up, man.
For real, man. You know, I mean, doing something as serious as that, a club owner. See, when I think of club owners, I think about the movie Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Yeah.
And with Mark Lawrence and Bobby Brown and them and everything, you know, being young, black, and owning something like that, you know, it's got to be a thing to do, especially with the hardest thing is the liquor license, like you said.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
you know, they only have so many of those. You know, you have to wait till one become available or something like that. Or
something like that.
Yeah, I know it's probably a lot of hurdles and stuff that goes on behind to get that handled.
Damn, the hurdles is the payment you got to pay.
Is it that?
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive to maintain a liquor license. Yeah. Well, you better make sure you selling a lot of booze up in your club.
Yeah, let's just say I put everything in it. I gambled, you know, even though I was comfortable where I was at, running the gym and doing my other things, but I'm never satisfied. I don't know if it's the Leo in me or what, you know.
Oh shit!
And
I'm never satisfied.
Zodiac
and you done brought the gym to the Vogue.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
you still doing that, right?
Yeah, any place that any building that I acquire is always going to be a youth center and a fitness center. You get what I'm saying? Anywhere that I go, I can get a room the size of a bathroom. If people need the type of services that I can provide, which being a mentor or a trainer, I'm bringing it with me.
That's
So when you say you are the sole owner, meaning you own the building, or you just own the Vogue as in title?
No, I'm in the process of. See, y'all got me revealing too much.
Hey, reveal what you can, man, or you want to.
I'm the sole owner of the business.
Okay.
I am in the process of owning the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you got there,
that's dope, man.
Yeah, that's real dope. So when you got there, was the liquor license in someone else's name,
Yeah.
and then was it like a transfer, or did you have to actually go out and buy a whole new liquor license?
No, it was a transfer, and then I had to just make a deal with the original owner of that. So I was able to, go around the normal procedure. I'll say it
which
like
definitely
that.
helped the process and speeding it up and getting.
I had a lot of help. Yeah,
I figured.
I had a lot of help.
Yeah, I figured.
I wouldn't have been able to just do it all alone. You know what? There's nothing that I accomplished that I was able to do on my own. I'll say it like that. Yeah.
So, you was talking about the gym that you no longer. You say you no longer own the gym?
No.
Yeah,
Again, I never owned the building. You
Oh,
know what
okay.
I'm saying?
Okay,
I was
okay.
a part owner of the Anytime Fitness
learned that too.
franchise. So my business, which was Max Effect, I had a building which is the new 248 spot, 121 North Saginaw.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that was my original spot, which was Max Out Fitness.
Okay.
And Anytime Fitness is right across the street.
Right.
But however, the original owner, Kyle Westburn, he had reached out. He saw my motion, and he was like, "Hey man, why don't you come over here?" And when he originally asked me, I denied it because it was like, "Hey, I need to bring my business, and I need to be part owner. You can't just bring me over."
Yeah.
Right.
So after about 6 months, they finally got the okay with the Anytime Fitness franchise because they was like, "No, we can't." Put our name next to another name. You know, our franchise. That's like saying McDonald's and
then McDonald's.
Yeah. So after they researched me and saw my motion, they agreed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's like me coming over here and saying, "I got you got the music shop, and then Pontiac Players."
Right.
You like, nigga, no, Pontiac Players, I'm running. Like, yeah, nigga, we in the building, need. Say what you know. No.
Yeah.
Nah, that's dope.
No, I got a question.
No, go ahead.
I got a question, because we asked Nikki this earlier. With being an entrepreneur now, for the people that's watching that want to be entrepreneurs, whether it be bartending, club owner, their own podcast, music, DJing, and everything, how do you? What is your strategy of being? Because you said you are a newly father. How do you balance all of that between your personal life and your business life?
Good question.
It's hard to answer.
It's hard to answer.
Put Nikki on the spot.
My issue was I had, and I still have this issue, but I'm getting better. I like to micromanage everything, So I had to learn how to better delegate certain things.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying, and not stress myself out on saying, "Oh, I have to do it. I have to do it." When you is a solopreneur for so long, you put yourself in a position where you feel like you have to do and learn everything.
Yes.
Yep.
So I had to learn how to just let go and allow staff, family, and friends to help me with my journey. You spend more money doing it. That's one of the issues. You be like, man, well, I ain't about to, spend $200 when I can clean up the whole club, whatever. But I learned how to better delegate and trust the people who I chose that helped me to do their job.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was a good question because that's definitely something that I seriously struggle with as far as letting go of a lot of things and delegating more. So,
yeah, because a lot of people need to know that, when being an entrepreneur, that it's not an easy task. That's why we asked Nikki that, and then that's why I'm asking you that, because when people want to try to do something on their own and they don't know that it takes more than just I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You gotta have help some kind of way in order to have your life in order, because you still got your everyday life, you got your health, because you would say you don't want to stress out about nothing.
Yeah.
Because health is important, and by you being the trainer, you know that.
I'm about to say, we got the expert right there.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it just a lot of people need to know that kind of stuff, whatever, because it's not an easy task. Especially being a father and club owner and trainer, you got a list that goes on and on. Like she has a list, and as well as Cedric, So
yeah, for sure. Anything that's easy. I mean, I think the beauty of it is that it's hard. That's why being an entrepreneur, a lot of people, they run away from it because of the challenges.
Yeah.
This is why, and the beautiful thing about being an entrepreneur for me was freedom. I needed all my freedom. As he said, I did a 7-year bid. So my mind wasn't on working for no one or, being up under no one that can restrict my freedom. So when you have a burning desire to want that freedom, whatever that look like for you, whether it's traveling, whether it's being a boss, a CEO, whether it's being able to go to your kids' game without asking nobody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That desire made the challenges of being an entrepreneur a little bit more, I would say easier, because my desire of wanting that freedom was bigger than the challenges that I knew I had to face being a business owner. And it's not easy. There's been times where I've been so broke I cried.
Yeah.
Like, God damn, what the hell? I'm about to fail my whole family.
Man,
I should have just got a job at McDonald's and I'd have been making more money than this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But one thing, but it's a beautiful journey.
Yeah, it is.
What's some of the people that inspires you or that do inspire you to keep going?
Most of the people who inspired me, I never met, never talked to. It'd be people that I can just get on my phone and go on YouTube, and hear their story. But
anybody that stand out on top of your head that you really took notes from?
And you are now tuned into the Ride Out Mix Show with Breezy.
I guess in my family, it's my grandfather.
Yes.
My grandfather, man, I never seen him disrespect or get disrespected. He's a man of authority, a man of honor. So it was most definitely my grandfather.
Okay.
Being a leader in the community, being a leader in church and family. I never seen him lie, sin, or do anything. Now I heard stories about him, when I was a youngster or whatever. But as far as in my life, I had a great example of how to be a family man and a leader.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nick. You had a question.
Oh, no. I just wanted to say something. I didn't have a question. So when you talked about micromanaging, so one of the things I do want to let you know this, because I done did this a lot of times before. It's okay doing it for now, because Vogue is your baby. Just like when I did Charlene's, it was my baby. And you have to understand, as a baby, as it grows, you can kind of let off a little bit, because that's your money. You invested, you just sit here and told us you invested a ton of money into it. So it's okay to do, especially this is something you never did before. You get what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with micromanaging, because like you said, you learn it. So don't let go of it too fast, but I get what you mean, because it's a lot of hard work. Now, I know plenty of club owners, and I know like for the first couple of years, maybe 2 or 3 years, they had to be that, and then you can kind of let go of it as they get older, like it's able to walk on its own, it's able to do this, because then you have to trust people too. And in this in the whole club game or whatever, it's hard to trust people because people will steal from you, all type of stuff so it's okay. Don't let up too fast, because again, you have to protect your investment, so I just wanted
for
to give
sure
you that advice.
That's great advice too. Don't get me wrong. I have a solid mastermind group of people that I can call, even if it's once a month. You know, like I said, you know, I have Lauren, you know, and I was blessed to have people like Mr. Evans, 29, 2 for 50, people who have years of experience and have acquired wealth that I can call and get advice from. And one of the best advice that I received when I first purchased the business was, I remember he told me, it's like, Max, man, it's hard to delegate things you don't know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so she's right. You know,
exactly.
I had to. My knowledge was minimum when it came to running the bar, so I couldn't really go to. I know Nikki wasn't gonna sit there and let me micromanage her and like, what you doing with you, because I knew she was the expert.
Yeah.
So my philosophy was, okay, let me bring people in that can teach me, but that I can still pretend like I still know it all and I can be the boss a little bit, just so I can sit back and learn. So when I first acquired the Vogue, I was the janitor. No, for real, I used to clean it myself, just so I'll know. Like
You said the janitor, my first thought, he did that list of living. I don't know if you remember Living Color, where they used to do when they had all them different jobs with the Jamaican family.
Yeah.
That's how you sound starting off, man.
I needed
everything.
I needed to clean it myself, so I'll know how much money it really takes in cleaning supplies, so that another company couldn't come in and say, hey, we had to charge you this and that and that. So I know what it take and how long it take to clean a whole club.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I did everything, you know. So now it's easier for me to say, or to hire a company, which I did, and know the price that it takes.
Yeah. So know that you ain't losing no money. Where you don't need to be losing no money at.
No, for sure.
Yeah. That's dope, man. That's dope.
Now, why would you say Nikki wouldn't let you micromanage me?
Or at least I think.
Yeah, because let me just tell you that. Yeah, because that's a misconception you have. You have to understand.
I said that on purpose to
right?
get her going.
Okay, yeah.
So we gonna talk about it live.
Let's wake it up a little bit. It's early. Yeah. It's 9:21. We can wake it up.
Wake it up.
So again, you have to understand, when I did Charlene's, I was pretty much on my own, but people failed to realize that I still was being micromanaged, right? At the end of the day, like, that's your thing. No, can't no one micromanage me when it comes to Venus Muse, because that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? But like, for you, I consider you as a friend to me. Like I said, even when I did what I did with Charlene's, you had already worked with the Westbergs, right?
Yes.
You already worked with them, so you and I had deep conversations about certain things, right? So as your friend at the time, I mean, we still cool, but we were real cool then. I would have helped you walk through it. Like, I wouldn't have came in like, oh, I would have been like, no, Max, this is how you, just like you told me how I had to work with them, because I never worked with them before. I would have did you in the same, and I would have did you the same way.
I know you told me that, and I thought about that, and I was like, man, she right. I think the only difference is they at the time could afford for you to get their stuff in order. I didn't want to come and say, hey, Nick, I really don't have it, but can you get my whole bar in order? Take your time out, manage, and get us together for pennies. That's just not me. And I know as a friend, you would have been like, well, I don't have time to do all this, but I come in and do what I can. But it'd be hard for me to come to Darnell and say, hey, man, I know your band worth $1,000, but I'm trying to get the Vogue going, man. Can you just do this pro bono? Or can you do it for, I know you said 1,000, but can I give you 200? And I know I probably could have, but it's just something in me to say, well, man, you better go
totally understand,
get some guys that can beat on a goddamn bucket or something and until you get your money up, So, and I, and again, I apologize for that. So I should have.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Sorry.
Came at least ask you.
No, I don't care that you didn't come to me. I just don't want you to feel like that like what you feeling about me, because that's not who I am.
I just feel like I couldn't afford you.
Well, and then that's the thing, and then a lot of people can, but
Merch for the #1 radio show is finally here by popular demand. Hoodies, t-shirts, bags, and more for men, women, kids, and even pups. There are so many items to choose from for you rep your favorite radio station. Head over www.themusicshopstore.com to make your purchase while supplies last today. Nuff said.
At the end of the day, again, if I consider someone as my friend, you get what I'm saying? I just look at it a little bit differently.
I get it.
You get what I'm saying? I just feel like people be quick to say what they think and what they feel instead of just having a conversation and saying this, that, and that. I'd have helped a lot of people.
No, I get it.
I just sat down with Lauren before and told him a lot of things, like in like a 2-hour conversation, like I have, and I did that for free. You know what I'm saying? So for people just to say, and then you call me plenty of times, and I've been on hour conversations with you plenty of times, helping you out. You get what I'm saying? I just think, like, you know, people shouldn't assume things, because that's how I get my success, and that's why I'm so successful, because, you know, I help out a lot of people, whether it's conversations or one-on-ones, you know, and I be put into a lot of rooms to where I don't even know that this is about to go on, and it does go on, but I just feel like you and I were better than that. We could have had a conversation.
No, for sure.
You get what I'm saying? Because if it was me, I would have had a conversation with Max Maine. So it kind of make the situation look a little bit different. Like, well, maybe we wasn't that cool, and that's okay. That's all good. Like, I was just telling them begin, like, I don't play up on myself, because I know what I can bring to the table. You get what I'm saying? It's not all about money to me, because God gonna take care of me. He gonna make sure I have everything I need. You get what I'm saying?
No,
so it's deeper than money.
Absolutely. And you know, I know your value because you know, one thing about relationships, you know, she's right, all you have is your word. I remember at with Charlene's when the Westbird came and said, hey Max, man, we considering getting somebody that was from like Lake Orion or somebody. And I was like, nah, listen, if y'all want to be successful down here, y'all need to partner with Nikki. And because I knew that once she came in, I didn't have to worry about them looking at me like, oh man, because you can't, even though you may have a family member or somebody you love,
right,
and they may have a business, but you can't recommend, if they not there yet, no matter how much you love them, you can't recommend them
You gotta do what's best for the business,
because it's still
your name.
Yeah,
it's still your name, and it's still your personal credit score that you have with other people.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I recommend you, and I know that you're not really professional, you may be okay, but you ain't professional, and you embarrass me.
That's gonna.
Now they can't trust me anymore.
Yeah,
so I knew once she came down there that she was gonna turn up.
Now let's get into to some more things that's going on with Max, man. So I've been seeing some posts about the trade school program.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What's that about, man?
I'm gonna give you the quick backstory.
Okay.
Well, number one, you know, I was never the guy who grew up fixing stuff. I didn't have any trade skills myself.
Right.
I ran into trade skills maybe about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, when I started my real estate journey. So my first projects was kind of my first projects was on Perry Street.
Okay.
You know, I ended up acquiring 2 houses off the county, which was on a list called the demo list.
Okay.
And a lot of houses that you see that's boarded up, and just to go back, these houses been on this list for over 10 years.
Okay.
So people in the community were just riding past them, didn't call like the city hall and ask no questions about them. They was on sale for 10 years. And people outside of Pontiac was coming to the city buying them for as low as $1. Mm-hmm. It's just that we didn't know. When I say we, you know, the hood. We didn't know anything about them. So I didn't know what I was doing. I just purchased a house because one thing that all the wealthy, successful people that I know have in common, no matter what business they're in, is real estate.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, I need to get my foot in the game. But anyways, while I was rehabbing the homes, this is when I discover how important it is to learn how to do some of these trades when it comes to construction, whether it's roofing, whether it's drywalling. Because when I was trying to hire people from our community and people who I know to do certain jobs, I couldn't. I had to go outside and reach out to some of the, our Mexican brothers and other people.
Yeah.
So that's why I just developed a passion and said, hey, y'all, this is where the money is at. Y'all need to come on and learn how to do this and do this. You can make $100,000 to $200,000 a year. So fast forward, the city, they made me take do a lead test for one of the houses that was so old. And once the lady came in, she came in for about 10 minutes, did a lead test, and she left. I had to give her $400. So I was like, damn, I'm like, did you have to go to school for this? What? I'm asking all these questions, and she like, no, I took a class for 5 days. And I got this, she gave me the information. So me, I'm like, you know what? I'm about to take this class.
Being a sponge.
I'm going to take this class. I need to learn more because I just saw you come in for 10 minutes and I had to give you $400.
Right.
I ended up taking the class myself, right? And after I took the class, I got the lead license, and I ended up, because I'm always thinking big, I said, I don't want to just be the guy doing the lead. I can start a lead business.
Right.
Long story short, I took a 4-day class. 3 weeks later, I ended up getting $36,000 from the federal government to do a 4-day job. And I ended up hiring, so to do this job, you got to be licensed in lead. So I had nobody to help me do the job.
Yeah.
So I convinced the company who trained me to come down to Pontiac to partner with Michigan Works to facilitate a class to teach local people how to get licensed in lead. Mm-hmm. So everybody who got hired, I ended up hiring them just so I can go get the bigger bag.
Yeah.
I say all that to say that I believe that even yourself, right, even with hosting, having a podcast and doing what you do, the federal government is maybe looking to do services with you. So rather you have you running a class to teach people how to become bartenders, whether it's drywalling, whether you a t-shirt, you sell clothes.
Yeah.
The federal government is always looking for small businesses to partner with. So this is why I'm the type of guy, when I have some success, I get some money, I don't know how to be quiet about it. You know how people be like, shh, don't tell nobody. Be quiet.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it, and I feel like it's never a lack of nothing out here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So soon as I learn something, I'm telling everybody out how to do it.
Yeah.
Even with the houses, like my right hand bands, my left hand bands, the people around me, they have houses too. So it's not just me. I get the information and I try to put my team on. And to me, my team is the community. It's like if I can do it, spend this time in prison, you get what I'm saying, come from Section 8 housing and go through all my pitfalls. If I can do it, I know you can do it too. So again, man, it's good money being a federal government contractor. I never knew or can even imagine that I'd be dealing with the feds.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can actually say that.
Yeah, it's good money. So, and it's an easy process as well. They don't care if you got a high school diploma. They don't care if you have felonies. You can come fresh out the joint. And it's just like filling out an EIN for your business. You go on sam.gov, you fill out your little paperwork, and then you just say, then you become a federal government contractor. And once you do that, they're going to be emailing you every day saying, do you want to take this job? That's simple.
That's dope, man. That's game right there from Max Maine.
Yeah. So the goal is to teach the youth, especially the ones 16 on up, and to try to motivate them to, take a trade. And once they take a trade, then I'm gonna eventually start teaching people how to become a federal government contractor. Yeah.
That's dope, man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. This dude, they're in the community, man. You don't find too many guys that's helping not only the young but the older and people his age or older as well. Same thing with Nick. She's helping younger people. They're both inspiring and helping younger and older people. And to say, look at you, y'all this is a good moment right now. Then they got things clarified amongst each other.
I'm definitely
something that should have happened took place probably a long time ago,
man.
And it happened on your platform.
Hey, of course, I love bringing people up here, that I'm a fan of, and so we can, touch. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Damn, we can't even use the word fan no more without thinking about that.
Hey man,
that's crazy.
Music be in my head, so when I hear certain things, I'm like, oh,
that's it. That's a huge impact because that song is crazy. Right. Got it to the bowl.
They be like, you fanned out.
But no, I love bringing people up here that I'm a fan that inspire me. But one of the things that I love about doing this is that me personally, like you talking about elders and the youth being able to learn. I'm over here taking notes like a mug, you know what I'm saying? And I'm always taking notes from people that I bring up here, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Yeah. Appreciate that, man. Real talk, man.
Man, there's a lot of money in this city, man. You just gotta look for it.
Yeah.
You just gotta look for it. You gotta be resourceful. Pontiac is a great place. We surrounded by resources. We in Oakland County, one of the richest counties in the world, and there's so much money and opportunities that's out there. And I took advantage of a lot of them.
What was the first thing that you got to working on when you got out, man? Like what was your first accomplishment?
I ended up owning my first gym in 6 months. I was still on parole.
Okay.
6 months after I came home. I came home and I started training people outside at Wisdom State.
Right.
I was training people.
Yeah. I forgot all about that. Right. So,
yeah, I ain't had shit. I mean, excuse me.
No, you good.
Yeah. You ain't had shit in this moment when you first came out. Man, and I'm gonna vouch for you, nigga. I ain't had shit neither. No,
yeah. I went to 5 and Below and got my equipment. $5 mats and a couple of dumbbells.
I tried to tell, man. Look,
I remember you posted telling that story before. So
for all y'all hating people that got something against 5 and Below, look where it led them now.
Yeah.
Y'all talk all that junk about 5 and Below.
I love 5 and Below.
Me too.
Talk junk about.
Not saying you said, see if the shoe fits, wear it. If it don't apply, let it fly.
Yeah. So I will say, 5 and Below, and I was just out there. People was already walking, trying to lose weight, so it was easy for me to say, "Hey, come over here, just give me $5. I got you." Because I was working at a company called Heat Treat at the time.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
The worst.
I did.
Heard of the company.
Yeah, so I did have
right down the street.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I had that job for like 3 weeks, man, and it changed. It sped up what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And once I made enough money to where I say, okay, at the time I was making like $10 an hour or something like that. So I was like, man, if I can make like $80 a day training people, I'm quitting. Man, that happened in like 2 weeks, and then I still didn't have the money to pay rent or anything, at least in my mind. But I just started calling all the business owners in Pontiac. It's like, hey, well, when I do get the money, how much you gonna charge me for the building?
Yeah.
And actually, the same guy who owned this building, the Cunningham. Shout out to the Cunningham.
Yeah.
When I called at the right time, he said, hey, man, if you're serious, man, somebody is moving out tomorrow. So if you're serious, I give you the first 3 months for free. That's how I got started.
Crazy thing is, I talked to him before, and I remember him telling me that story.
Yep.
Man,
that's
you gotta shoot your shot, man.
That's dope,
Shoot your shot, man.
most definitely.
Hey, so we gonna get into a break for a minute, but you got a music history, man.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even real familiar. I'm not real hip on it. No, man. I went in the house for a minute, man. So probably during that period, I might have been in. So what time was you out here doing music, man? Like about what period was it?
From real, it was a short time. It was like 05 to into 06, for real. Beginning of 07.
In the house,
Yeah. So I always was rapping in the car. You can ask Ill Will. I used to eat him up first. In the Ford Tempo, man. We ain't even have a radio in the Ford Tempo. We used to beat on the ceiling and freestyle and rap, so I've been, rapping and playing around with it, but I had just so happened. Well, you want me to wait till after the break?
No, you go ahead.
Oh, okay, okay.
You go ahead.
So yeah, I dropped a mixtape called Straight Yams.
Straight Yams.
Straight Yams, yeah. So again, I was
you still got it available or
I still do, yeah.
Is it straight streaming or?
Nah, back at that time it wasn't. No, we ain't had YouTube.
I know you
right.
We had what was the first platform?
That Piff.
No, not that Piff.
What the hell is the name of that shit?
I forgot. Anyways,
I'm gonna think of it. I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, I was on that, but
it
was a beautiful time, man. It was actually a lot of people in the Yak remember that CD, man. It was probably it was probably the hottest CD mixtape in 2006 as far as rap.
You said Straight Yams?
Straight Yams, yeah.
I remember when I met him, man. He pulled up playing his music at the store on Perry by Universal Coney Island. And he's like, "What up, dog?" I'm like, "What up?" Like, who's this nigga?
Before Straight Yams came out, this when Pontiac, we was still it was just all about the East Side.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what people, even though I was raised in the Riverside, I grew up in the Nose with my grandparents. So in the North Side is really where I first started, selling drugs at. So that was like one of the first mixtapes where I was just like North Side, North Side, North Side, and a lot of people at the time really gravitated towards it. So at the time, when I was dropping it, this one Cutter was still out actually, and he wasn't recording his music.
Right.
Not for he wasn't taking it serious, and it wasn't until he was in the county, and he was like, "Hey man, listen, I heard about the mixtape. Won't you put my song on your mixtape so people can be already aware and tuned? So when I come home, they be already popping."
Yeah.
So I put him on a mixtape, and that's when people were like, "Who the hell?" He wasn't even out yet.
Yeah.
When people were like, "Man, who is this little dude?" So I think, and he told me, he was like, "Man, you got me. I'm about to come home, take it serious now, because I'm hearing about what y'all was doing. Like we was rapping, but we was really like pulling up in the club in the limos, and we was really like, myself and Quan Dillahunty, y'all probably.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to my cousin.
Yeah, so yeah. So we was rappers, but we was really, in them streets, doing our thing. So we made it real popular.
Quan used to rap?
No, matter of fact, he remember him, Reese, and I think Lex.
Shout out to my brother
and
Lex.
Dre Mac.
Dre Mac was a rapper.
No, he was the real rapper.
He
was the rapper.
Yeah, for sure.
And I remember they had a group. You probably don't even remember.
Yeah, that's so long ago, and I was around them like my whole life.
Yeah.
I remember they had that party, but that was it. But they had a group. I remember Reese used to try to do a little rapping. R.I.P. Maurice. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, y'all. And shout out to all them guys, man. Binks, Tory Hunt, GB. It was a lot of guys. Mayor Knapp. So on that CD.
Oh, my cousin.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, hold on, let me just tell you this funny story about Mayor Knapp. Like he started rapping like in our house on Norton. It was so fun because my oldest daughter, dad, he used to be trying to be a rapper too. Skrill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he actually started out. We had like a 2-family flat. We lived upstairs, and they started in like one of the rooms upstairs. After my daughter's dad had moved out, they used to rap. I used to be like, "Y'all sound so whack." Because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it, and then so shout out to them because that's where he started. We talk about that all the time.
That's a video right there.
All right. Hey, you sent over a couple tracks, man. Which one should we get into, man? Come See Us or Double My Dollars real quick?
Anyone, man.
I'm gonna say Double My Dollars, man, because we got $1 million Max Maine.
You got Double My Dollars. How we doing it? And Come and See Us. So on that mixtape, you gotta realize it was south, east, north, west. It wasn't just a one side, track on there. We was on stage with east side, north side, west. We was 30 deep on stage rapping. So
it was like Master P in them.
Yeah, we was
man,
we was doing it.
Everybody got to go.
Shout out to Keyron FAM, and all them guys back in the day, man.
Keyron Payne?
Nah.
I'm in the same boy. I was like, what?
Hey, we get into some Max Maine music, man. Couple tracks, man. We gonna get into both of them, actually, man.
It's like 18 years old, too, y'all. Again, it's 2006, but it was the hottest shit out at the time.
Yeah,
I can't wait to listen now.
Yeah.
Couple my dollars, man. Y'all know what it is. It's the Rise and Grind Show. We'll be back with more with Max Maine, man. Let's go. Hey, we back. We still here with Max Maine. So yeah, I wanted to go ahead and turn the mics on because y'all was starting to talk about some in reference to the small business rent, and you didn't know that you could apply since you service Pontiac is what you were saying, right? Let's go ahead and get into that because there's probably a lot of people that probably might be confused as well too. You know what I mean?
Well, I was about to give her some hidden secret details.
Get that off the air there. Yeah, get that off the air. Yeah, in case y'all just tapped in, man, we still here with Max Maine, Pontiac song. We're just talking about the trade program, but you getting that kicked off, Eric?
Yeah, I'm actually in the process of our company in Michigan Works. We're in the process of developing an apprenticeship program so that we can start teaching the men and women in the community how to get some of these trades.
Okay.
So I have discovered the power of bidding on government projects. So, but it's hard for myself to keep bidding on these projects when there's not enough people in the community with the skills to take advantage of the project. So, I'm putting up the energy to be able to create the program to try to motivate people to take these trades. So you're going to see a lot of me on social media talking about trade skills programs and really nudging the city, whoever, the city, the school, the board, and other construction companies to pay attention to the young, especially the young men. You're going to hear me say young men, but women too, but I'm passionate about the young men because I'm a male, but to young men to motivate them and to push them on taking these trade skills. Because if we don't have the skills, then the foreigners, they're going to come in and, and take advantage of some of the missed opportunities that we're not marketing. I market trade skills more than I recommend trade skills before basketball and football and any other sports.
Yeah.
Because one thing about a trade skills, you don't even have to leave your community to be 100,000 or a millionaire.
Right.
If you know that these houses need worked on, if you know that the community need fixing, then somebody has to do it. Most of the rooms that I go in to bid on these projects, I'm the only one from Pontiac and the only one that look like me.
Wow.
Yeah. And I have witnessed millions of dollars be allocated towards construction companies that's not even from Pontiac. Most of them not even from Michigan.
Wow.
They come into Pontiac, you get what I'm saying, and taking advantage in a good way, since we not going to take advantage of it, then they should.
Yeah, definitely.
But because we don't have the skills, they're coming in and look at it. They're spending millions of dollars just to demo the Phoenix Center. They're spending millions of dollars of demoing McCarroll and turning it into a youth center. They're spending millions of dollars of doing the MLK Bridge. And
This outside company?
Yeah, and most likely you're not going to see anybody that working on or getting a penny from these projects.
Right.
So I'm just trying to do something to change that. I want to be able to, when we ride down the streets and seeing the yellow vest, I want to see my nephew and your sons and getting that money. So.
Right, the people who actually live in the community.
Pay
taxes and all that.
For sure, absolutely.
So what are some of these trades? Just name a couple.
Well, you gotta have robotics, you have trades in construction. And when I say construction, that's a big field. You have everything from roofing to drywalling to being a residential building, carpentry.
Yeah.
You have robotics. You have it can be a nail tech. Any job that where you don't necessarily have to go get a degree for. Where you have to use your hands. Nowadays, it's hard to market being a plumber or anything that don't look cool to these kids.
Yeah.
So you have to trick them. So eventually, sometimes I'll be feeling like I need to go ahead and buy the Bentley. or get the chain. No, for real. Just so I can pull up to the school and say, you want to get, you want the new Bentley and the chain. Go be a plumber.
Yeah, you don't have to do this and that. You can do this.
And again, like I say, I ain't bragging, but I took a 4-day class and I made 36 G's and 3 weeks later for a 4-day job. Just because the federal government, they couldn't find anyone that looked like us to take on this job. So they trying to give away money. Easy money. I'm talking about, listen, man.
And it's good that you're so resourceful with it, because, people they just look at you as party man or, got the club and all this and that. But they need to look more deeper into what you're doing. Like, explore your page even more to show that you got the resources to help people, and not only young men, but young ladies as well. So they can do that because you got the resources.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's about applying yourself.
Yeah.
Like you can't lead somebody to go to rehab. They got to want to go to rehab.
Exactly. I was just thinking that.
And we all have a duty. I'm quite sure we all said at least one time that we wish we had a type of person when we was younger.
Yeah.
So how can you say that and not be that person? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How can you say you wish you had a mentor, you wish you had somebody to give you game, and you not give game? Or you not be the person to your community, child, or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Knowing that you needed that.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, so.
And, not only that, it's like, dang, my brain went crazy just that quick. Like people, they make excuses. And the people that you try to help out, those are the main ones that make the biggest excuses. Where somebody that really want to do it and need it, they don't know how to get in contact or connect to you. So before we get off the show, you need to have some kind of way where people can contact you so they can be more resourceful. That's not on your page. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to watch this or listen to this, and give them your contact info.
Cool. So
and you too as well, Miss Brown.
Yeah. For sure.
I'm thinking about getting into bartending, man.
Me too, though. Actually,
right. I'm really serious considering
I need
it.
to know.
I'm like, shit. I'm a people person.
Trying to take a class with Nikki.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a people person. I get along with everybody, and
when you join, I'm gonna join back.
Oh,
you to me.
Hey.
Cool.
Yeah,
y'all
making me feel left out. I might want to join.
No, listen, you can make a
You gotta keep your shirt on though. You gotta keep your shirt on. We're gonna take our shirts off once we get our certificate from her. Then we're gonna go to the bars and stuff. We're gonna be taking, serving women drinks with our shirts off. You gotta keep your shirt on.
Hey, look, I say
Chippendale bartending. What the?
Hey, look, we done had times. We done had times where I done seen some of the ladies leave out with $800 in 4 hours on bartending. I have witnessed this, so I'm like, let me go ahead and make me a margarita or something. But it depends. So if you interested, again, the proper name is Vogue Event Space. So if you want to rent out the Vogue, rather for a party, birthday party, wedding, bar mitzvah, it don't matter. You can actually go to www.thevogueclub.com and just fill out a information form. And reach out to me that way. That's if you're not on social media. If you're interested in let's just say trade skills, you can go to www.perrystreetpropertygroup.com and leave your information on that. Also shout out to Deck Davis as well. He helped me with the Man Up program as well. Him, Brick Davis, and DeMar. So I don't want to leave them guys out. Shout out to Will Carrington as well, Councilman William Carrington. He actually helped with some of the funding for the Man Up program with the mentoring space as well. I ain't want to leave them guys out. But
what's going on in reference to that? What's going on currently with the mentoring program?
You know what? Right now we just we still in development and we still building.
Okay.
Most of this stuff we come out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? So we don't get no big funding to do stuff. So we more treating it like as far as events. We took the kids camping yesterday.
Oh, okay.
We about 14 boys. They first time fishing. We stayed in the cabin. They built fires, and it was a beautiful scene, beautiful experience for a lot of those young men as well.
Was it like open to anybody, or do y'all have a group already that y'all work with now? Or
we have a group, but when we have an event, we put it out to the public.
Okay.
And just say, hey, first come, first serve.
Okay.
So just got to more stay tuned on that. But my focus, my focus is these trade skills. Because in order to keep these young men out of prison and to get their attention, you got to put some money in their pocket. I'm not really, I'll come and speak, but I don't want to be one of those motivational guys to get you hyped up, throw you in the ring, you get knocked. I ain't even teach you how to fight.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because I made you feel good. It made you feel good for the moment. No, I want to help these young guys put some money in their pockets, buy their mama house, do everything they need to do, and that's what's gonna keep them out of jail. Is trade skills and putting some money in their pocket.
Do they still have the program at OTEC?
I was just about
similar
to
to
ask
that, like that they used to do back in the day, or
yeah,
they do. They still have it.
They do. So here's my experience from OTEC. A couple of years ago, I wanted to put my son in OTEC, and he got denied.
Okay.
So I didn't stop there. I wanted to know why he got denied.
Right.
So
I was just about to ask the same question.
Why would they deny?
Yeah, no, I went up there and come to find out, it's not. It used to be called Neovac, where
that's all. What I knew what it was.
This one where we was able to leave school. More people. We was in automotive and everything. It was easier, but they switched to OTEC, which is catered towards the whole county.
Okay.
So it appears that you have to have they want the brightest kids, the ones that got the high GPAs, the ones who have the good grades. So if it's a class and they only can take 15 people and it's the whole county, how many Pontiac kids you think really gonna be able to make it?
Right, and that sucks.
3.
Yeah.
4 at the most.
Yeah. So, and this is just the information. I don't know if it changed within the last year.
Okay.
No, it's probably still the same.
But I believe it's still the same.
Yeah.
So I just believe that, including myself, this is why I'm doing something, because I had to step up. But leadership, whether it's the school board or whatever, we need to create our own apprenticeship program or trade skills program and put more emphasis on that. Because again, I'm watching foreigners, I'm watching everybody else receive thousands, millions of dollars right here in Pontiac. And you about to see it. Every time you see that a building get demoed, a building get built, or you see any of these projects going on, you gotta look around and just ask yourself, do you know anybody that you know? And I'm quite sure they getting paid a big bag.
That's deep.
You know what? I think it's just so crazy that they would take the top students, and a lot of times those students go off to go to college.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even make sense.
It don't make sense. They would be the ones with the low test scores,
Absolutely,
right?
who go off and do something easier, like a trade,
Yeah. So hopefully that change. Actually,
who
I
actually
called
benefited before they
exactly because
they get.
Because those students go and get a trade, but they're going off to college.
Yeah. So I called a couple of the school board representatives, and they're going to speak on that on the school board tonight. So if y'all are interested, let's listen to the school board. And
that's
see
what
what
I
they
got
have
that
to
from.
say.
I saw y'all having a conversation on social media.
What? Fires.
I be forgetting where I see things or whatever, man. And I did see y'all talking about that on social media. About
What channel is on the fire?
Yeah, for sure.
What y'all talking about? The fire stick?
She said, "Is it on a fire?"
The school board. Remember, you just used to watch it on cable. What
I think it's
channel
on Facebook. I think I got a Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me follow it there.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's so crazy because I remember back in the day when I was in, not signed down, I'm too old. But no, years ago when I was in school, a lot of kids went to OTEC. So I went. Yeah, like it used to be a whole bus.
It was Neovac. It was a whole different setup.
Yeah.
Now it's OTEC.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember where it had changed.
I remember it being OTEC when I was in school.
I think it was still Neovac.
Y'all a little older than me.
I'm probably a year older. We went to school together.
So look, let me tell you, I had this funniest memory of Max when we went to 2 years older than me. No, but when we went to
we go back Boys and Girls Club days.
Yeah, we were at Lincoln and we were some trouble kids, so we were in detention. And Mr. Diggs, you couldn't sleep in detention because it's not to take a nap. You know, you in trouble, right? It's like punishment. So Max kept falling asleep, and he was like, Mr. Brenner, wake up. And he was like, you're asleep. And Max was like, no, I want to sleep. He was like, well, what were you doing? Because back then they still felt like they could whoop you a little bit. He was like, well, what were you doing? He was like, I was thinking about something. I was cracking. And I just thought that was the most dopest, smartest thing to say. He gonna tell him he was thinking about something.
Think about it with your head down.
Yeah, that's wild.
Y'all go back. You said Boys and Girls Club.
Man, hey, that's when we had them good community centers.
I know, man.
Right, and I remember when Tim first got into office. I remember that's around the time I was doing Charlene's, and he came in and he asked, like, what would I like to see? And that's my question too for you. One of my questions I have for you too. But what would I like to see, you know, happen for Pontiac? And I was saying like the rec centers, because it was so many rec centers. I mean, kids still did things, but not like now. It was a ton of rec centers, and I remember the Boys and Girls Club, they had tutoring, they had, like, literally parents could drop their kids off at 4 and come back at 9. You never heard a kid been snatched from the Boys and Girls Club, come up missing. You never even heard of a kid that I know of, especially the one on Pike and Eda, of someone doing something to the kids. They had some of the, you had some of the, I mean, arts and crafts. That's where I first even learned how to use a computer, was at the Boys and Girls Club.
Shout out to Rock and JP.
Yes, Rock and JP. I used to see JP on Facebook a little bit. But, and don't forget Karen. Karen was very important. And Mr. Povey. I grew up, my grandmother, I used to be in campfire, everything. It's just nothing for these kids to do. Like, they're bored, so when you bored, you get into, and then they have social media telling them all the wrong things, you know. So bring whoever doing a rec center. I mean, you know, I hate that it has to be someone not from Pontiac, but as long as they're doing something to bring, you know.
They just voted. They just demolished the old material, so we will have a rec center soon. I just think until then, you know, we as individuals has to be that rec center. Whether we gravitating or attracting 1 or 2 kids at a time, you know, we are the rec center. You know, we are the biggest resource for people. So without the 4 walls, but to Nikki, I agree with Nikki. When we had them rec centers, it was almost like, we relied on rec centers for food, free lunch.
Free lunch at Howard
Them box lunches.
Them sugar cookies were so good.
Man, them sugar cookie, man. Like on
put the gloves on. We had to put them gloves on whenever we got into it.
Like who was that? They gave him the street name on the south side, Bob Kaiser. He used to open up Jefferson in the summertime. Man, people can literally leave their kids there all day, and Bob sold them hot dogs and stuff, whatever. And what was it? We had Ewald Center, we had Howard Dale, we had the Holland Center, we had the Salvation Army downtown Pontiac.
Oh, for sure.
We had so much stuff. Had a rec center, it was
no excuse.
It was back in the
Hayes Jones, exactly. It's no excuse that we can't do nothing here in our own city.
It's coming back. Here's my prediction. I believe in the next 5 years, downtown Pontiac for sure, it's going to look like Royal Oak.
I give it less.
It's a lot. Listen, they have a lot of money that they about to spend, especially with the Phoenix Center and 4 businesses. I'm really optimistic about downtown Pontiac. This is one of the big motivational things while I'm down there, you know, because they about to dump the money into downtown. The plans is to open up downtown so the traffic can come through instead of going around. Right. Once that happens, and once the county workers come down to the Phoenix Center, hopefully they'll come downtown and start spending their money. And when they open it up, downtown is going to have that foot traffic like Royal Oak. So I tell everybody, man, try to get some stake in the game downtown now. You know what I'm saying? Or surrounding downtown. This is a good spot. You close enough, you're downtown. So if y'all can hold on for the next 4 or 5 years, it's going to be a lot easier. But ownership as well. You know what I'm saying? We got to come together and try to get and own some of these properties and build us downtown as well.
But how do you do it when they're really not selling them?
Well, here's the thing. they are selling it to the people who have that money.
Right.
So they was holding on to it, and this is my experience. They was a lot of building owners was holding on to the buildings when the cannabis, for cannabis.
Exactly.
So they wasn't holding on to it, and if you wanted to buy it, they was selling it for 5-10 times what it's worth. Right now, they're letting it go because they tired of Pontiac bullshit. They like, man, y'all ain't about to do nothing with the cannabis. Y'all bullshitting, y'all delaying on purpose, whatever. And then that's just another sad topic, Once I saw that Waterford had theirs before us, that was a slap in the face. Because
they have a few in Waterford. They did, I know they have two.
One across from the flea market.
They have two on Highland Road.
On Highland across down the street from you.
I have three. I still have 3 felonies on my record for a delivery of marijuana.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
And we all know somebody, and look right or left that have been incarcerated for cannabis.
Yeah.
And we the last city.
Yeah, that's wild.
The last one of the last cities, damn near in Oakland County. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That don't have a dispensary. Where we suffered and went to jail the most.
Right.
Especially if you went to Waterford and got caught.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And they got a dispensary before us.
Go over the guidelines.
Is
going over them guidelines.
Yeah, you were right because there was so many applications, and when I was down there, of people that were waiting to get the license. I guess that's what it is, to do business. And because I looked at a few buildings and they were like holding on.
No, they hold no. But this is the right time to where if now a lot of them owners they like, man, it's time to sell and get up out. I talk to them personally. They'll sell you them buildings right now. And sometimes they may even do a land contract, which means, those who don't know what it means, you might be able to pay monthly.
Right.
Put a chunk of change down. So yeah.
What's up, Dominic? Man, I see you on here commenting, bro.
Hey Max, man, what's some things going on that you want to bring up that we didn't elaborate on? Anything? What's next for Vogue? Anything that you can talk about?
You know what, man? Shout out to DJ Cuddy, shout out to Tuck, shout out to a lot of the promoters, man, that have so October the 19th, we got a big Libra bash.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen y'all promote that. Yeah,
big Libra bash, man. If you ever been to a party that myself and Cuddy throw together, you gonna see everybody in there, business owners. You might see the mayor. You gonna see the politicians. You gonna see.
Y'all been having some people slide through.
Yeah. We bring a good mature crowd out. So if you don't have your ticket, make sure y'all come October the 19th from 10 to 2 a.m.
Oh, that's this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tuck have a good Halloween party on the 25th, I believe.
Okay.
So if you want to dress up, you know what I'm saying, put your costume on and have a good time. That's gonna be a good event as well. And I don't even know if I can mention this, but if y'all know the artist Tay B from Detroit, I know you gotta know Tay B. He got the skin with Lil Durk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's coming out next month, November the 15th.
Okay.
Yep. And again, for those who like, man, Max, we want this type, we want to see this down there. Vogue is it's an event space. So if you have an idea and if you think you can bring in 100, 200, 300 people down off your popularity or whatever, you just call me and let's network. Whatever I create, I leave opportunities for we all can make some money. Whether you a DJ, every job or building that I create or come up with, it's people making money. Whether you're a security guard, whether you're a bartender, whether you're a party promoter. So it's just all about reaching out to me and say, hey, I think I can add on and I think we can partner and do some things and let's get it.
I got something I want to talk to you about out there too, man.
Okay,
Let me I wanted to say that to remind me just in case I forget.
Yeah, and also what's the name too at your spot? Check out the Vogue on Wednesday nights with my man Jerry Cole.
So
man,
big. Hey, listen, one thing,
Jerry is a man,
amazing guy, man.
That is a dude, man. Man. He is so humble. Him, DJ Ham, Monk, Hit Squad, and amongst other Polo. Because I like to get credit where credit is due. The DJs that's in Pontiac, Dominic on here. Because DJing is a hard thing when you got to please the crowd. And then, especially in this day and age, with the very selective music that we have now, and to keep people on the dance floor, that's a hard ass job.
That don't want to dance.
That don't want to dance. You got some that do want to dance, and they don't want to dance. But back to what it was on some Wednesday nights, man. I came down there,
beautiful,
and it was very nice. I'm ready to put my dancing shoes back on again, and learn some ballroom and stuff. Cause I be out playing at parties, and then we taking breaks. Women be like, can you ballroom? Can you dance?
Man, I'm trying to learn. Big shout out to Cole. Man, Cole one of them guys to where even if the money ain't there yet, if he believe in it, he gonna be like, man, I got your back, man. I believe in you. Get me when when we write. So I owe DJ Cole probably about $40,000. But on Wednesday, shout out to Batty and Tia Heron and the DJ, especially Monk too. Monk can come and DJ and on the love as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he gonna rock with you. But Wednesdays, y'all. If y'all can come in every Wednesday, we got good soul food from Pat Steve, Lily B's. So I'm talking about double mac, greens, yams, turkey chop, all of that. Every Wednesday from 7 to 11, we ballrooming. And surprisingly, it's like 75% Detroit.
Yeah.
For real.
That come down on Wednesdays. Pontiac still trying to catch up.
Yep.
So if you want to see some new faces, good vibes, and eat some soul food and dance all day, every Wednesday from 7 to 11. Shout out to the team. I hate giving shout outs because I know I'm gonna forget somebody.
That's why I always That's why I always say, charge it to my brain, not my heart.
Man, I know I'm gonna forget somebody, but they know it's all love. And shout out to my staff. The bartenders, the bottle girls, the security, everybody who is coming into this new business. And most people that's there, they're not there because it has the shiny paint and all that stuff yet. It still look bland, but people are there because they believe in me.
Exactly.
They know I still got that $5 mat, energy. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna make it the greatest event space club in Michigan. Without a doubt.
Man, that $5 mat energy, man.
Yeah.
And I know you just getting started. I already know, man.
I got some plans, man. Y'all about to.
So we ain't seen nothing yet, huh?
Stuff I can't even talk about. Partnerships and sponsorships that I just got. That I can't talk about.
That's gonna be for the next interview.
Big brands. That's it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
That's huge, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I always say anybody that comes up here, man, once you come up here, you fam. You was already fam anyway, but once you come up here, you fam. Like he said, man, make that for the next interview. Anytime you got some shit going on that you want to talk about, man, even if it's something that you really feel needs to be addressed or whatever. You know what I mean? New horizons, catching up, whatever, man. Just say the word, man.
Thank you, bro.
We'll make it happen, man.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me, man. Tag me in every post too, so I can share and let people know.
I appreciate that. Keep sending me the flyers, and I'll make sure I post them, man. Yeah. And I'm gonna pop down there real soon. I promise, man. I got.
Can I get you the DJ?
That nigga is lying through his skull.
We'll talk.
No, he used to tell me all the time at Charlie. One day he will, cause one day he did.
I'm glad you got it. I didn't get shit. This nigga.
Charlize used to be my spot a little bit before.
That's because it's right here. This nigga.
As far as when me, I'm not the crowd person for real when it's just me going out DJing. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
But I'm getting better with just coming out to a crowd like networking and stuff like that. That's my thing.
Now I'm gonna get personal. Nigga, fuck that. You always talking about you gonna come see me and my band play. Now I'm gonna give Max Maine a big ass shout out.
I swear. My whole life,
this
so I don't care what he's saying about me.
this dude here, and I gotta give him kudos because every time I tagged him and when I was playing, he was there. Whether with somebody or by himself or with family, it don't matter. He was there. So that's why I know he's a real brother, but I already knew he was a real brother and stand-up guy by his word anyway. Before the Vogue, before anything, he was a stand-up guy.
Appreciate that.
And like I said, I don't know if anybody else told you today, but nigga, I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
And just from where you came from and what you're doing now, like I said, especially, I want to be something in the community as well. So y'all two inspire me. This silly dude over here inspired me. I want to be something in the community because I hate that I can't do nothing for like the school system because I'm very good with kids, and that's why went and took a bigger step further to get my felony expunged.
Don't-
And it's in the process right now. All I'm waiting on is my court date.
Yeah.
And that's very important, not only for me, but also for you as well.
Yeah.
Because you done been out long enough, you get that felony expunged.
No, for sure. I'm in the process of doing that now. And I do want to say, don't say can't. Because I'm quite sure that I don't care if Snoop or Jay-Z with their felonies or T.I. on their record, if they was to come down into school, somebody would find a way for them to come through.
But see, what I was trying to say was, I didn't mean to cut you off, because I was trying to work with the kids in the band, because they wanted me to help the marching band last year at Pontiac High. And next thing you know, they're like, well, are you a felon? I'm like, yeah, well, we got to do this and this and that, paperwork, get okay, but you can't do it.
Yeah, you ain't know the right people.
And I was like, wow. I'm like, but y'all asked me to come up here, but now y'all want to know if I'm a felon or not. I'm like, what do I got to do? I'm trying to help my community again. I'm trying to show these kids that music is universal, and they don't be ashamed of being the marching band. Don't be ashamed of being orchestra band and all that. But now you're categorizing me because of my background.
Yeah, I think probably they're getting better at that. What people don't know, people still don't know. I used to be a code enforcement officer for about a year.
Yep.
People still, this was like last year.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Yep, sure
like a
was.
year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And when I first got into that department, wasn't nobody in there that looked like me.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody in there with no felonies that was black or whatever.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's all about just proving yourself. And I'm glad, because now that you look up now, you see 3, 4, 5 other black guys that we all know, you know, that's in there now. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you may have to be the person to kick the door down and say, come on up in here. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't accept no.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? No sometimes mean come back later.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So I was just one of them guys to where I knew when I had strikes against me. You know, I knew I had felony, I ain't had no money, but sometimes I knew no means I'm coming right back.
Right.
Or no means that maybe that you just don't see my talent or my value. So I'll be back in a few more months. Let me go ahead and read a little bit more, improve myself,
I was
polish
just about to
myself
say,
up.
no, me, not right now.
Yeah, and I'll be back. So sometimes it gets to the point to where they be like, well, we know the rules said this, but she hot right now. You know, we need her. Figure it out. Make a call. You know, so yeah, keep going.
Yeah. I can't wait, man. I can't wait either. I want to do some stuff in the community as well, man. Like I said, like y'all doing, because you know you want to leave a legacy behind for your kids. You know, you don't want to remember your parents like, oh, that was your mom and daddy. Oh, now I remember.
Yeah.
Nah, but what your background is, his background, and her background. I mean, y'all got a beautiful thing going. I got
You got a beautiful thing going, man.
I used to be a felon. No.
She was a booster, y'all.
No, I did. Okay, so let me tell you.
You just fell
No, listen. People don't know this about me. So years ago, I had a felony. Like they put it on me, but I think I was like 18 at the time. But I was so young. What is it called? Like
YTI.
Right. So I was able to go through that, and I would never forget the judge. I can't remember his name, but I can remember his face. He was real old at the time. And he said, like, this not your life. He like kind of studied who I was a little bit.
Yeah.
And but I done had a felony drug case before. I done been in jail before for driving on suspended license, fighting the police. I did things, and
You said you did that.
I did a little. I mean, in my early 20s.
Y'all need
but
to interview and get her story so she can tell it long. Because I'm gonna tell you,
people don't know that.
them
about
the
me.
stories that really motivate a person to be like, God damn.
Yeah.
If she did it, I could. That's why I always put it out there. I don't care. Even when I was dating, when I was going to interviews, I ain't never come across like, hey, I got a gym. I used to be like, well, shit, I just came up. And I've been home forever. It's over a decade now, but I still act like I'm fresh out. You get what I'm saying? I push my flaws out there. So once you get to know me, you be like, wow.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I think you need to tell your story.
Because people don't know that. I keep saying I want to tell my story, and people don't be like, what? Because people really just look at me like I'm just
It's inspiring.
polished person, and
You done came up here a couple times and told your story and then tell that story.
I know. It's so many levels to it. Like
I see.
Or layers and levels.
I see. We gonna have a time with you and really break that down and
I'm
really,
trying to find balance so I can write my book.
Oh, please
And
do
then
it.
Oh yeah, you definitely need to put a lot of that in the book.
Because what's gonna happen is the judge because you're on a podcast, I'm quite sure if that same judge see you, they gonna be like, you know what, I remember her. Listen, I trained the same judge that sent me to the circuit court. Then I ended up doing 7 years. Shout out to Cynthia Walker. The same lady who interviewed me at the Heat Treat job was like, "Oh, you a felon? You better not have drugs up here," and kind of talked to me like a little boy.
Right, yeah.
She ended up being a client of mine when I opened up a gym.
Crazy.
So
I think
you get what I'm saying?
circle.
So yeah. Sometimes you just gotta, keep going to put your story out there, and you're gonna start attracting people who really want to help you. It was me telling my story, and like after a podcast like this, I already know what's gonna happen. And you got to realize what you're doing for people. You giving people the opportunity to be found. You know what I'm saying? And to level up. Because after every interview, I'm quite sure it's going to be one person that's going to email, inbox, and say, "Hey, won't you come over here and let's network." So I networked my way to success. You know what I'm saying? By telling my story and
vice versa, both ways, in reference to reaching out to you and this way, you know what I'm saying, in reference to I know,
you giving people a platform to be discovered.
Yeah, like even with me though, like this is your way of paying me back for inspiring you, because I always been one of those type of people who like I'm scared to like when I'm behind people, like you scared to talk in front of people. They're like, because when I'm behind the bar I'm
like
in, or when I'm testing 1, 2. But in a minute I'm gonna be a pro at this, because I feel like I'm stuck in the where I'm at, and like slowly going up when I can tremendously go up. It's because I got to get out, and people have to hear my voice
every day, Nikki.
Oh yeah, but I just feel like people need to actually hear from me. So a lot of people don't hear from me. They see me, but they don't really hear from me. And I motivate people all the time, so I'm gonna actually start a mentoring program myself. So and a lot of my students heard my story, and it actually inspired. I done had students crying. I'm like, no, I'm okay now. But it's just the point. Like I get that point, because I do have a story.
What's the first thing y'all said? I heard the $5 man story.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I make sure that I tell it to let people know, like, don't think because you heard gym, club, I still be shocked sometimes. Like, how the hell you get here? You get what I'm saying? But you have to let people know, you know what I'm saying, how fucked up it was.
Man, that's crazy.
You give, it still is.
Man, I was you was talking about that, man. I was doing a wedding Saturday in Ypsilanti, and I got my music shop a sticker on my laptop, and I was at a wedding. I didn't know nobody, not even the groom. Like I had communication with the groom, and it was a last minute Facebook tag that got me there. You know what I'm saying? Dude came up, see my laptop, was like, "Oh yeah, I know about the music shop." I'm like, "What you know about the music shop?" Yada yada yada. Interview whoever he's. I'm like, "Whoa," you know what I'm saying? I was that was crazy, man. Like like you were saying, you don't think about that on a regular day basis, and then that person comes and
think about it, man.
And just make sure your whole day and whatever, you know what I mean?
For sure. So this is the first interview
this group.
Y'all about to turn up, because you have two popular people, two smart people.
Who popular? I ain't popular.
At least in this city, you all is shit.
You are popular.
Whatever. Listen, y'all people about to request to be on here.
This our first show together too, because our first time was just a meeting. We weren't live.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, as far as the three of us. Yeah.
So it's only for business owners. Can y'all tell?
No. It's a platform for anybody would address any issues or promote anything that they're doing, and something that's healthy for the community, but also for the music shop. Because quiet as kept, we're looking for sponsors out there. We do have bills to pay, and also we have merch. Stuff in there, on the website.
I'll sponsor y'all. I like what y'all doing. I do want to say this too, y'all, and I'm surprised I'm saying this, because I've never been. People think I'm into politics because I'm around those people, and I try to be resourceful, but I'm not. But however,
I could definitely see you getting into
I was going to ask you, did you, have you thought about that, though, before?
No. Because, again, I'm a super entrepreneur, and once you become a politician, you work for the people.
Yeah, you do.
You know, so it's a challenge for me working for people. That's the only thing. However, I will say, man, listen, pay attention to politics and get out there and vote.
Yes.
Get out there and vote, because the reason why a lot of things are ran because we don't pay attention to politics.
Yeah.
And because we're not paying attention, people are able to slide into position and get in position with hidden agendas. And also a lot of cities, they practice
city
what you
level
call,
people don't really pay attention to. Just worried about the national level. It's the city level that it's really making a difference at from the inside.
School board, city council, those are the positions. Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people think that it's racism. A lot of times they think it's this and that. A lot of times it's like nepotism, meaning that somebody getting in office and then they allow their family members and their friends to get all the good jobs and stuff like that. So we just got to make sure that we putting the right people in office. People that have a good track record, you know what I'm saying, of being fair, being honest.
People who have integrity
right there. Because if we don't, then we can't complain about who's in office making the dumb choices.
You can't complain.
I just want to end it with that. You know, so get out there and vote and find out who's running and make a sound decision. I don't do endorsements like that.
Right.
But I think I may do a few this year. I'm starting to get to the age where I may start letting the community know, because people working 12 hours. They don't got time to study who's that.
They don't.
So I think maybe this go around that I'm going to start letting the people know who I think should be in office and then and why.
And do your own research. Don't just vote for someone because someone else is voting for them. Like, do your own research and tap into what you believe is right. You know, so, you know, get to know what's going on for yourself.
Totally agree, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go out and vote, man. Not like we saying, man. You know, definitely vote on the national level too, but pay the most attention to what's going on in the city and get familiar with the people that's running for offices and as well as the different proposals and things like that they trying to pass. So do your research and if you do that, man, you can't really say too much.
You can't don't say so if you didn't go out there and vote.
There you go.
Especially locally. I'm not referring to, not shout out, but we got the presidential going on. I'm speaking about in your own backyard.
What's happening in your own city.
You know, we can worry about the country, but what about your streets? What about your neighbor? What about your school? You get what I'm saying? So,
Hey, also talk about real quick before we get off about what y'all are saying about the people that we looking for as far as coming up here. We are definitely open to anybody that's got a story, got something going on. It could be community level, artist level, business level, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got something to talk about, you got something to shed some light on, whatever it is, man, hit me up, man. We'll make that happen. So
for sure.
Anything else before we get out of here, y'all?
No, I'm good, man. I say a few resources I want to shout out to Michigan Works. If you need work clothes, if you see a class that you want to take, even if it's even if it's your bartending class, I believe they can go to Michigan Works and say, hey, I want to take this class, and they may pay for those people to take your class.
Yeah, someone had put me up on it like some years ago. You just have to get on the list.
Yep. So try to get on the list. So no excuses, y'all. We surrounded by goddamn resources. I don't care if you need your house, your window fixed. I don't care if you need to take a skilled trade class. I don't care if you need loans, grants. I remember one time, man, I was so broke, right? The gym was about to get closed down, and I just prayed, like, I need at least $10,000. As soon as I said that prayer, a lady named Belinda Dubois from the Women's Business Council, C. Linden, reached out to me. Was like, hey, Max, it's a pitch contest. If you can, deliver the best speech, you can win $20,000. Now at that time, speeching. Talking. I wasn't like, I ain't about to get on stage and talk. Right. But I overcame my fears. I did 100 hours of YouTube on learning how to give a speech.
You can do everything.
I practiced in the mirror. I was so hungry. I tell you what, I won them 20 G's. You get what I'm saying? So it's just so much money and resources out here, bro. I promise I didn't just get here off of hard work. I'm using a lot of resources that they bagging us to get. We so focused in our own bag that we think we don't have time to look for those resources. But I say, man, dedicate at least an hour just Googling, researching, and calling and asking for the help that you need. Pontiac is the best place to receive the help that you need.
Yeah, because we started everything, man, to be honest. We started the Arts Beats and Needs. We started the car shows, all that kind of stuff that everybody else is doing now. And that's why when I go, we was talking about this when we had the meeting. When I go out and play, they were like, "Oh yeah, this is Darnell from Detroit." No, this is Darnell from Pontiac.
Right.
I'm always rep my city, despite what the media may say, despite what anybody say. I'm always going to be Pontiac.
Yeah, it's a lot of money here. Just we just not getting. The rest of the world come here getting.
Yes, exactly.
That's it. Yeah, cool.
But,
that's it for me, man.
Appreciate you coming through, Max.
Yeah, $1 million Max Maine.
I like that name, but speak it, baby. I'm up for A.
Eager to see what's next for you, man, and we'll chop it up again real soon on the air, man, and touch base, because I know we'll probably have about another hour and a half, maybe a couple hours to talk, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Delia Sharp, she have bow tie and jeans too. November the 2nd, I believe. So even though it's a fundraiser, y'all can still it's still a party. She don't want people to think it's just a fundraiser. I'm gonna come through with my jeans and my bow ties. Hopefully y'all can too. And again, October the 25th, October the 23rd, we having a Halloween ballroom, and the 25th with Tuck, we got a Halloween party. The next day after that, we got like 5 Halloween parties at Vogue, y'all. Tap in.
And Miss Venus, I know you said you gonna wait, so.
Yes.
I myself am performing at Chuck E. Cheese out there by Oakland Mall. Me and my no, I was playing.
I'm about to say Chuck E. Cheese.
I was about to say,
I'm gone, man. I'm gone.
And we'll be back Monday, 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern time, man. Appreciate all the love and support we've been getting, man.
I was being serious.
Hey, shout out to Pontiac's own DDG, man. We out of here, man.